Oh, yeah.
All right. Let's get that multi-stream up. Oops. Okay. We are about to record episode 226 of GameSpeak Podcast.
Wow.
Let's go. Yo, and hello and welcome to the 226th episode of GameSpeak Podcast. New episodes go for free feed subscribers every Wednesday in audio format on Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Google Play, Spotify, and all of your favorite podcast platforms, as well as in video format on YouTube so you can see us in stunning HD, where we need you to hit subscribe and click that notification bell like a bunch of you guys did last week. Please do it more. Do it more this week. We are now streaming live every Monday at 7:50 p.m. CST on twitch.tv/GameSpeakPodcast, youtube.com/CreateForSanity, and facebook.com/group/GameSpeakPodcast if you want to catch the show as it happens before anyone else. Also, be sure to join the community in the join the community in the GameSpeak Podcast Discord group, which is dsc.gg/GameSpeakPodcast. All one word on that, just so you guys are aware, to hang and talk games with other nerds like us. This show is two childhood BFFs and a brand new BFF, bringing you all things video games. I'm one of your hosts, Jamel Al-Jafra, alongside Brent. Booker Bass.
Okay.
I had to bring the video games into it. You know,
right.
At least we got that. That was close. It was close.
Yeah, I like that. And we also have Devin, 7 minutes in Devin, Mayor.
7 minutes in Devon.
Whoa.
7 minutes in
I don't like that
Devon.
one at all. No.
Have you ever just spent
Sorry.
7 minutes in Devon? I don't know.
I can't say that I...
No one has, and no one will.
Are you sure?
what-
No, but anyways. So what's been going on, guys?
Not a whole lot. I got super burnt in Galveston this past weekend.
Oh, you went
So
to
it
the
was,
Galv, dude?
Yeah, the Galvy, man.
Yeah, I went like 2 weeks ago. What'd you do? What'd you do over there?
So I never swim. Want to preface that with I never swim in Galveston. Galveston's water.
Why, dude? You don't want to get
You
a
just
brain
gotta
eating
get
amoeba?
drunk enough to not care about all the flesh-eating bacteria.
No,
because
because I was really drunk on the beach, and I still didn't. Like we went out at night after we had gone to the bar, and was still no.
I survived. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm not trying to get that flesh-eating bacteria.
You just
so.
got to breathe out as you go into the water. Like, you got to, anytime a wave is coming at you, like, just blow your nose. Like, so the water doesn't go up into your brain. That's how they get up in there.
I just don't get on or get in at all. No, it was especially nasty.
What's up, Daywalker, Lutz, and Rio Wilhite? Thank you for the follow.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
But no, I went down there, hang out with my brother, cousin, and my best friend who lives down there, and we just did hood rat shit with our hood rat friends.
Yeah.
Well, that sounds
Hood
Yeah.
rat shit.
Island vibes.
Dude, I can't imagine living in Galveston. Like, no offense to anybody who lives in
I lived
Galveston.
there for like a year or two.
I could live in
It was an
Galveston.
experience. I mean, it wasn't especially. Galveston is just not the place to be. Like, it's a nice place to visit. It's not a good place to live. People will steal your shit in Galveston.
Oh, yeah.
You can't leave anything unattended for more than 5 seconds or it will get stolen, dude.
Can't have shit in Galveston.
I met a guy in Galveston one time, and he claimed he had gone through 8 bikes that year just because, he at first he was leaving his bike out in the yard, and he's like, okay, that was my fault. I left my first few bikes out in the yard. He's like, then I started putting them in the garage, and then they just started going in the garage and taking my bike.
Then I started putting it in my bed while I slept, and I'd wake up and it was gone.
He handcuffs himself to the bike, and he wakes up, and it's just like gone.
Just somebody's house.
Son of a bitch. No, but Galveston is definitely one of the more ghetto places around. Like, whenever it comes to just people straight
Taking your
up
bike.
taking your bike. Like, you got guys just walking around, and you can't tell if they're homeless or if they're just beach goers. It's not like any other. It's like any other city where you have a bunch of homeless people. But the problem is you can't tell who's who in Galveston. You can't tell if that's a sunburnt tourist or if he's a crackhead about to steal your bike. That's
Yeah.
the difference.
Yeah.
But-
And they'll both probably steal your bike.
they'll
to be
both probably.
honest. It's just a problem out there. Everybody wants to steal your bike. Just-
This one guy has like 10 bikes. He's like, I can't get enough.
I'm telling you, man, if you're a biking enthusiast, it's just not the place to be. And it's a shame because it's like the best place ever to ride your bike. You go
Yeah.
up with a
Oh, yeah.
seawall. Just don't leave it unattended.
What
you
if
know?
it's a scheme? What if the people that rent out the bikes on the seawall
are
send
stealing
out
bikes?
send out people to steal bikes? Yeah,
Mm.
It's
yeah.
also the smell. I'm sorry, but Galveston is one of the worst smelling places on the planet. I don't know if there's.
I didn't.
Yeah, it doesn't bother me so much.
What did you? What
I
did
don't
you
know. It's like
smell?
once you hit that bridge, like that takes you over to Galveston Island. It's like all you smell is like dead fish.
That's just the salty sea.
I think that's just
son.
the seawall.
You know, I would think that if I hadn't been to a different beach before, like I went to Daytona Beach and it did not smell like dead fish.
Look,
Like,
man.
I don't know.
Sometimes there's
I was
some
there this
dead
weekend and it
fish.
didn't
you know?
smell. So I don't,
That's because we're used to it, dude. We're from the area, you know. And I'm saying we go there.
we
we're,
smell it constantly.
yeah, we're just like, oh, that's normal. That's what beaches smell like. Then you go to like a real beach and it's like, damn. It's like everything about Galveston, but without the smell. And at least Daytona Beach was. It was like the same like Gulf, like dirty looking water, but it didn't smell like death. I
Not at
don't.
Daytona.
Yeah, Daytona Beach.
I've been to Daytona Beach and it was like clear water for whenever I went.
Yeah, but it's like it just depends on where you're at. Maybe I think it was Daytona. It's the one right by Orlando.
You
Yeah,
boys
not too
go
far
up there
from-
for
yeah,
that
not-
Daytona
Yeah,
500?
but it's on the Atlantic side.
Maybe I'm thinking I must have been on the other side, but maybe it wasn't
Anyway.
Daytona. Anyways, I've seen that beach, and that beach smelled a lot nicer. That's all I'm saying. I was there.
Okay.
It wasn't
You
as
know,
stinky.
I'm
Well-
sorry you feel that way, Jamel.
I'm just
Nothing's just
Sorry
ever
your
good
little
enough for
sensitive nose.
like
just
that's
kidding.
why I blow out as we go over the. I blow out my nose. But anyways, so Brent, what'd you do this week? You do anything?
I
interesting?
worked a lot. It's been a worky week.
A worky
Work
week.
a lot of working. One of the guys I work with took the weekend off or something, so
that leaves you.
we were filling in. But I get all this weekend coming up off,
Nice.
so to make up for it. So I'm going to be chilling hard. I'm a little excited about that. Did you guys see the trailer for the new Jackass movie?
I did.
I
Yeah.
did.
It looks good.
Yeah.
It's very it's like very nostalgic, but also sad at the same time because you know this is gonna be the last one. Like there's
Yeah.
no way.
I'm surprised they're doing another, honestly.
oh, I'm
like,
not.
Knoxville, he looks old now.
He just doesn't dye his hair anymore. He's only like 50
They
something.
had to have one last run. They actually make a joke about it in the commercial. They're like, they say don't do something until you're 50, and they're like, Knoxville's 49, so it's okay. And
Oh,
then
yeah.
they like launch him in the fucking air or whatever.
Yeah,
they
that-
shoot him with the cannon.
Yeah, getting whatchamacalls. It's the brain damage.
Oh
thing.
yeah.
Yeah.
I can't wait to
Concussion.
watch it, man. You know.
I'm excited for that. We're gonna go see Old this week, which I heard is really good.
Guess what I'm
Oh,
going
dude,
to
that's
see
my
this
plan. I really want to see that shit too.
What'd you
Sorry,
say?
what?
Week. So guess what I'm going to see this week?
Old?
No, Green Day, Fall Out Boy, and Weezer.
Oh, that
oh,
tour.
I want to go see
At
that
the
so
Hella
bad.
Mega Tour, hell yeah.
You're going? How
Yeah.
much is a ticket?
Thursday night.
Is it
I
sold
got 'em-
out?
I don't think so.
Where?
So
Where?
general Minute Maid. So general seating is like $40 still, 35 or $40, but that's like up in the nosebleeds. I got some at like this club level for 70 something a ticket.
Wow.
Nice.
What
So,
fun. That's
yeah.
going to be a lot of. So wait, it's Weezer, Fall Out Boy, and
Green Day.
And
Green
Green
Day?
Day.
Yeah, dude.
And
dude,
then one
that's
other
like my dream team.
one other,
back
like,
in the
opener,
day,
Yeah,
That'd
I'm
be
super
cool.
stoked. I've never seen any of them live, so really excited about that.
Also,
I haven't either.
I watched this movie called The Game. I don't know if you guys have seen this. It's very old, actually. It's like from the 90s.
Is that the one with Michael?
Yes, Douglas. Michael
Douglas?
Douglas
Yeah.
and what's his name? Sean Penn. But like,
Yeah. I
It's
know
like
what
a
you're talking
Twilight
about, but I
Zone.
haven't actually watched it.
dude, watch it. It's like a Twilight Zone episode, but a movie. It's actually really good. I was very surprised that it was as good as it was.
I'll need to check. I'll check it out. I've been watching the Fear Street movies. Did you check those out?
I watched the first one. I didn't enjoy it.
They're
kind of
campy, but I
Yeah.
had fun with it.
I'm not hating
you know?
it. Like I thought it was okay. I didn't entice me enough to watch the next one.
I watched
What is that?
the first two so far, and I thought the second one was better than the first one.
Really?
Yeah, but they're both like, if you didn't like the first one, you probably won't like the second one, frankly.
Is that the American Horror Story?
No.
No, it's based on. So R.L. Stein did Goosebumps, right, which is
Yeah.
like kids horror stories, and then he did Fear Street, which is like young adult horror stories. But so they made like a Fear Street series of movies. There's like a trilogy of movies that they put out back to back.
Okay.
It was
And,
supposed to be it was supposed to go to theaters as 3 movies a month apart, but then Netflix bought it after all the COVID stuff happened and was like, we'll just put it out like a week apart instead of a month apart. So
Oh damn.
Yeah.
it's pretty good. It's all right. It's all right. If you're in the mood for some campy like slasher
Yeah,
stuff.
if you want something that's like on the level of like Scream or something, where you don't have to think too hard about it, and like
What are you talking about? What are you talking about? You have to think real hard with Scream. Okay?
not really.
So Scream is like Scooby-Doo live action though. Like
You
you're
don't have to think
with
hard about
blood.
Scooby-Doo either.
Are you
That's
telling me
the-
you know who the bad guy is every time without thinking?
No, but you
Need to
don't
watch
like
Scooby-Doo
when
with
it's
you.
revealed. It's not like, oh shit, oh like all the fucking gears turning, fucking shit dropping into place. It's just like, oh, it was the janitor. Like,
The
oh,
fucking numbers going
you know
across
what I
your
mean?
That
shirt.
Like-
is not how Scream is. Especially the first one. Spoiler alert. The first one, whenever it turned out to be the 2 dudes, like
that was
the best
not
friend.
that big of a twist.
When I was a kid, that was a huge twist. That was a big deal to
because
me.
I was suspecting the one guy the whole time.
Yeah, but 2?
But
And
How else would they do all the shit? Like the guy at the beginning of the movie, not the guy, the girl at the beginning of the movie, Drew Barrymore, fucking hung up in the tree. It's like, how's one guy gonna fucking just like hang that bitch up and do
I
all
just
this shit?
left that up to like 90s or early
That-
2000s camp. Like, oh yeah, they just hung her up. But I was a kid when that movie came out. You know,
True.
so I was like, whoa, it was that guy the whole time, and he's like the funny guy. I was like, you can't make the funny guy the bad guy. That just bothered me for a while. Anyways, but yeah, check out Fear Street, I guess.
I guess.
if you got nothing fucking better to do, just go
if
watch
you
it.
want to
Maybe.
waste some time. No, if you, let's jump into the video game news though. Some stuff that the gamers want to hear about. So we're gonna just let you guys know that we are using video game news articles from around the web, and we do not claim any of these articles as our own. We're just bringing them all here into one place so you can get your week worth of news in your ears. All right. Who wants to go first?
I can go first.
All right. Brent can go first.
Let
yeah.
me pull it on up real quick.
See, we kind of just do this.
That's how we do it.
Yeah, we just
Okay.
do it.
It seems this global semiconductor shortage may continue until 2022 or 2023.
Big news.
Sorry, I had to say it in a fun way to make the bad news.
To keep from crying.
So, yeah.
It's funny. I still want to kill
Yeah.
myself.
This is just according to Intel, though. They said this during a Q2
Just
earnings
according
call.
to Intel.
Just Intel, you know.
Maybe the people who are in charge of all of that stuff.
He says, while I expect the shortage to bottom out in the second half, it will take another 1 to 2 years before
Oh
the
my
industry
gosh.
is able to completely catch up with demand. With major fab construction projects underway in Oregon, Arizona, Ireland, and Israel, we are investing for the future, but we are also taking action today to find innovative ways to help mitigate industry constraints.
Yeah, this is ridiculous. All right, what happened to Biden just like cracking down on these like semiconductor
Yeah.
issues? He was all like, "Yo, I'm gonna fix this." Maybe he went and was like, "Oh, I guess there's nothing we can really do about this." Like,
Look, we just need some semiconductors for the semiconductors.
Yeah,
That's
dude.
my theory.
we're gonna have
you
to
know,
semiconduct.
We need to put all our existing semiconductors into machines that make semiconductors.
Well, that's my thing. Why don't we just start recycling less needed GPUs? So like take the older ones that aren't selling, take their semiconductors, the ones that are just like chilling in your warehouse.
Does it work that way?
I don't.
Look,
yeah,
I
I was
don't-
like, guys,
I
I don't know that any of this works. this way.
Listen to me. I am an engineer. No, I don't know. I have no
We're
idea.
absolutely all talking out of our asses.
Yeah.
Look, they just need to do it, okay?
Yeah.
They
Dude,
just
some
need
of
to
us
fix
need
it.
a 30 series. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
God dang it.
I really wanted to build a PC.
I would
I'm still
love
sad about that.
To like
Yeah.
just upgrade my existing PC.
The worst
You know?
year in gaming to get into PC gaming is this year and last year. Like, if you wanted to build one, you know.
I mean, if you can actually get one, it'd be like the best year.
No, but that's the point. That's literally the point.
There's a lot of. I mean, so if you're willing to buy like a pre-built, you could get your hands on.
Yeah,
one.
just
But
like
you're gonna be
$5
paying more.
grand.
Not even. I've seen the 3070 like for like 1,500 to like 2,000
for the full
for
thing.
the full computer.
That's
It's
not-
just a
that's not
matter.
bad at
It's
all.
just I don't need a full computer. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I just need a fucking graphics card at MSRP. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
but you can
it'll happen.
if you're willing to buy a whole ass fucking computer, you can get one. You know what I mean? Because the like companies like Skytech and shit are part of the people that are fucking buying all the fucking cards. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Interesting. So let's get into some jolly news, though, possibly. I don't know if this is good, but Matt Kim at IGN says Netflix is working on a live-action Pokemon series headed up by
Whoa.
Lucifer's Joe Henderson. According to Variety, Henderson is slated to write and executive produce the live-action adaptation. He is currently the co-showrunner on Netflix's popular Lucifer series based on the DC comic.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's a pretty decently made show.
yeah.
You know?
I mean, I don't really understand the correlation to Pokemon. Like, I don't know how that will translate, but
I feel like that guy just knows what he's doing
Yeah,
as far
yeah.
as directing goes. You know what I mean?
well, reports say the series is aiming to replicate Detective Pikachu, a 2019 live-action Pokemon movie starring Ryan
Dope.
Reynolds and Justice Smith. It was pretty good, actually, according to Matt Kim. But however, Netflix's series is its own independent production. Henderson, previously known for the show Almost Human, has been serving as Lucifer's co-showrunner since 2016 and moved with the series when it was picked up by Netflix. So I don't know. I'm excited.
What up, paranormal?
Yeah, paranormal. What's going on, man? Over on the YouTubes.
The tubes of you.
Yeah, so I guess a live-action Pokemon show could be cool, but are they? I wonder if they're gonna follow Ash and like, are we gonna actually get some Pokemon training instead? Like, no offense to
Wait.
Detective Pikachu. Detective Pikachu was cool. I love that
Yeah.
movie for what it was. But
We don't
Yeah.
need the pacifist city. We
Yeah.
need battles, gym
The
leaders.
pacifist.
Fuck, I'm serious.
Yeah,
no,
we
for
do.
sure, for sure.
You know?
like,
So-
huh?
Wait, what they said? They said that it's gonna be like Detective Pikachu.
Yeah, I think the
or-
art style they're
Yeah,
going
yeah.
for is like,
Oh,
replicate Detective
okay.
Pikachu.
which is cool with me. I think that was pretty fun to watch. I feel like it was
Yeah.
cool seeing how they did a live action version of each
Yeah.
character. Like some of them, like Machamp and stuff, are a little weird, and I thought
Horrifying.
it was kind of fun. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, they all looked really cool. That wasn't the problem. The problem was the fact that they lived in a city where it was just like outlawed to battle Pokemon.
hopefully it's not like set in that city.
that would
you
be
know?
Charizard
ridiculous.
looks dope.
Or
with the
even if it is
realism.
set in that city, maybe they'll like venture
The
out
underground.
of the city. Oh, dude, yeah.
Well, they
Yeah.
did go.
They did
un-
go to the underground, but it wasn't
I mean,
the
it was a-
same.
yeah.
You know, I want to follow like a trainer. It's a show, so it's got to be continuous. You know, so like let's follow a trainer like Ash. If it's not Ash, make it someone else. Let's just fucking follow some dude who's trying to become the best there ever was. Have we forgot the whole point of Pokemon?
And man, now that you say that, it should be Ash. We should just go ahead and rehash the entire
Rehash Ash.
like rehash Ash.
Rehash.
that
we could go-
hashtag.
We could go all the way up through fucking Mewtwo and all that shit, dude. Like it could be
Yeah.
sick. And you even have the Mewtwo from fucking Ash's world in the Hello Pikachu movie because he's the same like armored up
Hello
fucking.
Pikachu.
You know, not Hello Pikachu.
that- I
you know
know,
what I'm
but-
talking about. Fucking whatever Pikachu.
I just
movie.
imagined whatever movie that was, and I was like, that movie sucks. No, but okay, question. Who would play Ash though? Who do you see being Ash?
Channing Tatum's just like.
Honestly, I could see that Alex Wolf dude or his brother playing Ash.
Oh yeah, okay.
The one from Hereditary,
Yeah, I could see
that
that.
kid.
Dude, he would be a great Ash.
Yeah, you would.
Ha!
What about?
Yeah. Well, I would want them. I would want them to go with someone who isn't like already famous. I kind of like when they take a lesser known actor and like
and blow him up.
give him a good shot at a big role like that.
I thought Justice Smith was pretty good. I mean, honestly, if they wouldn't have made him that character, like he could have been a cool Ash.
You know who should be Gary?
Who's Gary?
The guy who played PETA in the Hunger Games.
Oh gosh.
Fucking
That guy?
Yeah, he should be
Think he's a-
Gary.
think
Give
he's
him
a
some
little
spiky
old.
hair. Like,
Yeah, he is. How
he
old
too
is that
old?
guy now? He's probably like 30 something.
well, I mean, if we could just go back in time and get the kid
younger
version
version?
of him, you know?
Yeah, he does have a very punchable face. Like,
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. we get him or like who
It would be Professor Oak.
Ooh, Professor Oak, dude.
George Clooney.
Dude, George.
Oh, George Clooney. That would be sick.
Yeah, he just makes a comeback just for Pokemon, dude. That'd be tight. All right, what you got, Devin?
So, I had to pull it up just a second. So, Amazon's New World has been a big success on Steam so far. Jared Moore over at IGN. The closed beta for Amazon New World is currently experiencing a rather successful stint on Steam, passing 200,000 concurrent players last weekend. The MMORPG closed beta began on July 20th and has seemingly been popular with users on the platform. According to the reports from SteamDB, New World has seen daily highs of around 180,000 concurrent players. The closed beta peaked on July 25th, where the game amassed an impressive 200,856 concurrent players.
Damn, ball out, Amazon.
Yeah, and this
Did
is
you
all
see
off
that
of,
it's fucking up people's GPUs, though?
Yeah, I saw the thing about the 30.
Yeah.
It's bricking 3090s. So if
Yeah.
you have a 3090, all three of you out there, don't play it.
Right? Unless you got an Avega 3090. Apparently, Avega is refunding people's 3090s that get fucked up specifically by Amazon's New World game.
And I'm pretty sure Amazon has denied any
No,
any
they've even put a fix in recently, so
Oh,
they
shit.
kind of had to have owned up to it a little bit.
Yeah,
like-
they did own up to it. They're replacing any bricked GPUs, which is interesting because where are they getting these 30 series GPUs to replace them with? We're going to have to
They're holding out on us.
Yeah, they're holding out, bro. And now this is going to no wonder we're going to have to wait till next year because now they have to replace all these
they're
brick
probably
ones.
just giving everybody MSRP worth of money. So it's probably not even really replacing it.
Dude, that would suck. If
I'd
you,
be
if you were
pissed.
someone, no, they got to replace. They said they're replacing them. That's
That's
they're
the
probably
best
gonna
route to
send
go.
you. Yeah, they're gonna send you one because you know how pissed people would be like if they
I
got
mean,
their
I know
hands on a
Avega
30
can do
series.
it because Avega can at least fucking. Maybe they're working with the GPU manufacturers somehow and paying them extra to fucking get it resolved quickly. Because this would be a huge stain on their legacy for their first
Yeah.
game. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I don't know. Interesting stuff.
yeah. I think that game. We know a couple people who are playing that game. Apparently, it's
liking
fun.
it?
Yeah, they said it's great. The PvP is fun, but the PvE sucks apparently.
Okay. Well, more bad news from my side of the world.
Damn it, Brent.
Dragon Age fans may want to prepare themselves for a bit of a wait before they can dive back into the fantasy universe. BioWare's Dragon Age 4 is expected to arrive before its next Mass Effect game, given that it was announced a few years ago and the previous game in the series, Dragon Age Inquisition, is nearly 7 years old. However, a new report says it'll be at least 2 more years before we actually get to play the RPG.
Goodness.
According to Jeff Grubb at VentureBeat, his sources believe that the game is quote-unquote on track to come out in 2023, meaning that pending any setbacks in the development timeline, that's likely when we can expect to play it. EA, for its part, would not confirm any sort of window when asked about this. Part of the reason for the long development time likely comes down to a change in direction on the project earlier this year. EA reportedly decided to remove all multiplayer from the game and may have ditched live service elements that were intended to keep players engaged with Dragon Age 4 far after its launch. This came after the failure of Anthem and the success of the single-player EA projects, most notably Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. This would seemingly fall in line with the development and release philosophy being used in the new Dead Space remake, which will not include any microtransactions. Sorry, I didn't mean to blow the secret there. I was just reading and it came right out.
Can you imagine Dead Space with microtransactions? What would even
Dead
be
Space
the point?
3 had hella microtransactions, apparently.
Yeah, but this is a remake of the first one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't expect there to be microtransactions.
Yeah, it's just crazy.
They're just being dramatic on this article.
But also, what's the whole deal with I mean, if that game's not coming out till 2023,
They showed it off, man. I mean, they didn't show it off, but they've showed off like teasers and stuff to the point where you would expect it to not be coming out that far away.
Yeah,
You know what I
that
mean?
game might as well not even be coming out right now. Like, you should have never said anything. Like, or at least, like, not you,
Elder
but them.
Scrolls.
Yeah, it's like, why even mention it? I feel the same with Elder Scrolls. But Elder
Yep.
Scrolls is different because we all knew it was coming. We didn't know Mass Effect was, or a new Dragon Age was coming. We thought Dragon Age was, like, possibly done because...
It also makes me wonder if they're like focusing all their resources on the new Mass Effect game because Legendary Edition did so well. You know what I mean? Maybe it's like, okay, fuck it, we'll just pour all our shit into this next Mass Effect game.
When was the
I don't
last
know.
installment?
Well, let's take a look at a big studio here. Joe Screbbles at IGN says, following a 2-year investigation by the California Department of Fair Employment and Housing, the state has filed a lawsuit against Activision Blizzard for fostering a quote-unquote frat boy culture in which female employees are allegedly subjected to unequal pay and sexual harassment. As reported by Bloomberg, Activision Blizzard is being accused by the state of California of discriminating against female employees at nearly all levels of employment, including in regards to compensation, promotion, assignments, and termination. The state alleges Activision Blizzard's leadership has failed to address any of these outstanding issues or prevent them from occurring within the workplace. So it says the suit filed Tuesday in the LA Superior Court says Activision Blizzard, which is made up of about 20% women, assigns women and women of color to, quote, lower paid and lower opportunity levels, end quote, with lower starting pay for similar work as their male counterparts. The documents also accuse Activision Blizzard of fostering a pervasive frat boy workplace culture in the office. I don't understand the frat boy thing. That's kind of mean to people who are in frats.
Kind of stuck on that.
I saw this thing the other day. I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt, but I saw it's like this website that's like the Onion, but IGN basically. It was like a video game.
Hardtimes.net.
Yeah, they're so fucking funny, dude. Those guys deserve a lot of credit. They make me laugh at least once a day. But fucking, they had an article and it was like, frat house accused of Activision Blizzard culture. I fucking died. I was like,
okay, so it says male employees are said to drink copious amounts of alcohol as they make their way through cubicles.
They just have a fucking flask. Like,
that's what it says. It says as they make their way through cubicles and, quote, often engage in inappropriate behavior toward female employees.
Fucking
just
dicks out. Like,
male employees are said to come to work hungover, play video games during work while delegating their responsibilities to female employees, engage in banter about their sexual encounters. I mean, I don't see how that's like. I mean, if they're not like saying it in like a yeah, this could be you kind of way. Like, if they're just talking with like one of their coworkers at like lunch or something and like somebody overhears them, I could understand them being like,
maybe they're really drunk and they're like, "Oh, fuck this bitch."
Yeah, they're probably bragging. They're probably bragging about it.
Just really
yeah.
fucking
It says they talk openly. Okay, here's where it gets bad. They talk openly about female bodies and joke about rape. What?
What?
Yeah.
Is there an HR department at all in
You tell
Activision Blizzard?
HR and they're just like joking.
Surely this, like, what?
It says the lawsuit also cites one particular incident where a female employee who was already subjected to intense sexual harassment at the company committed suicide during a work trip with a male supervisor who allegedly brought inappropriate sexual items with him on the trip.
What the fuck?
Yeah, what is going on at Activision
This
Blizzard?
is like a big company. Why?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
The lawsuit is asking for an injunction that will force Activision Blizzard to comply with workplace protections, as well as deliver unpaid wages, pay adjustments, back pay, lost wages, and benefits for female employees. An Activision Blizzard spokesperson sent the following statement in response to the allegations. Quote, "We value diversity and strive to foster..." Wait, honestly, I wouldn't expect less from people working. No wonder we're not getting any fucking updates on Warzone.
Yeah, they're all drunk as
They're all
shit.
fucking hammered.
Yeah, we're not getting
joking about rape. Like,
anti-cheat because they're just like making girls off themselves. It's like we value diversity and strive to foster a workplace that offers inclusivity for everyone. There is no place in our company or industry or any industry for sexual misconduct or harassment of any kind. It's good to get ahead of these things, you know? Like it's good to put this statement out after everything happened and not before. But, you know, Activision Blizzard I feel like is one of those companies that you would expect this from. You know what I'm saying? It's just the company that it is. It's like Activision Blizzard, one of the biggest ones. you know?
Honestly, I wouldn't expect this from them.
Really?
You know? Like, it just seems like somewhere in a company that big, something's got to give. You know what I mean? Somebody has to step up and be like, yo, what the fuck?
Well,
like, you know what I mean? Like,
there's like a video that went around after this lawsuit came out on Twitter of a panel at like BlizzCon or whatever a couple years ago, or maybe it was like 3 or 4 years ago, I don't know, but it was a panel of people who worked on World of Warcraft, and they were like showing off like, you know, some stuff, and they were just talking about it, and it's like all dudes, you know, at the panel, and like this girl, like they do a Q&A, and a girl in the audience is like, is there any way that we could get like a girl character that isn't like hypersexualized, like in her clothing? Like, could we get someone who wears like armor or does something like that? And they all just start laughing at her, and they're like, who, like, oh yeah, we'd love to play as a girl in like, you know, like they just start making fun of this girl. Like,
what the
dude,
fuck?
it's like straight up like out in the open. Like they were doing this forever.
What?
And, like nobody, like they're probably drunk on the panel. Like, just
Jesus Christ.
What a
It's like,
shit show, dude.
goodness.
Jeez Louise.
yeah, but yeah, so Blizzard, get your shit together, dog. I'm just saying, like, this is bad. This is bad news for video games because it just looks bad on everyone, you know, at this point. Like, whenever somebody if that company, that big of a company, can get away with that shit, now every other company is about to just start getting drilled. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially in California, I feel like they're going to just start.
That's like when I think of a video game developer, it's like studio or company, I don't think of that kind of environment.
I picture a
No.
bunch of nerds like,
Yes.
like hanging out, like doing cosplay on the weekend, you know, like hanging with their you know, buddies and playing video games. I don't know. I just don't picture this though.
No,
It's
well,
like grandma's boy.
holy shit. Well,
Yeah.
got some great news for Battlefield fans.
Oh.
Sweet.
And I'm super stoked about this. So Matt TM Kim over at IGN, Battlefield Portal is a new Battlefield 2042 mode that will mash together every Battlefield into one. Well,
I
not
saw that.
every. That's a little
Yeah.
misleading. Not every. It's so. I don't really need to read this because I know
Yeah, just tell
all
us the
of it.
facts.
No, so it is going to be a new game mode that you can control every aspect of the game mode. You have control. You can put all the assets from Battlefield 1942, Battlefield Bad Company 3, and Battlefield 3, and Battlefield 2042 all into one. You can use the soldiers, the weapons, vehicles, gadgets, and then you can customize every single game mode that there has been for all four of these games now. And you can change like health, speed, power, like how fast someone can run, a bunch of different factors to where you can make the absolute most customized game mode / server that you could possibly think of.
Yeah, they're adding a bunch of classic maps too, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, assets from 1942, all of it. Like, and it is going to be amazing.
Yeah. And they
super
said that
stoked.
everything that comes out in the future for 2042 or whatever is going to be added into the Portal thing. So like everything that they add in the future will be like compatible with all the World War II shit and stuff. So it should be cool.
Yeah, your imagination is the limit for this.
Yeah,
So
and the
I'm really excited to see. I'd be willing to bet that we're going to see some like new game modes come out of this. Like
Oh,
somebody's going to come up
definitely.
with some super creative game mode, and we'll see it in other games and stuff.
in the trailer, it showed like 120 player battle where like people had defibrillators and knives and they were all fighting each other. Like it looked pretty fucking dope.
That's
Yeah,
pretty tight.
there's a really cool trailer. I would look up what was the EA conference thing? What was it?
EA Play.
EA
right?
Play, yeah.
Play, yeah.
I would look up the
Or,
EA
yeah.
Play reveal of it, and they show the trailer, but then they also show the one of the developers actually speaks on it and shows 3 different examples of game modes created in it. One of them being like, there's a fucking tank versus a bunch of the little EOD
Oh
bots.
yeah, I saw that.
That's interesting.
And then another one was
The
like,
modern versus past. I saw
Yes,
that. It was
yeah.
like 5 like fully decked out modern soldiers.
2042
and
soldiers.
then like how many? A bunch of World War
A
II
bunch,
soldiers
yeah,
like
it was-
coming at them. And
they
then-
called it quality versus quantity.
Yeah, it looked fun.
That's tight. I
Yeah.
think could just throw it back to rockets. You know, that's all we need. Just all rockets. Dude. I miss those days.
Dude,
You
you
don't
could
see
do
much
it.
of that anymore. Like where people are just like, let's just do all rockets or like snipers and
sniper,
shotguns.
yeah.
I think
Sniper
that's why
lobbies.
this is so exciting because you're just going to be able to go to the lobby and look for like fun little game modes people have made. You
And
know?
if you can't find it, make it yourself.
And apparently, you can even trigger the events that happen in game, like the shit falling over, like the big
the levolution.
windmill or whatever. You can make that happen when you want it, or like how you want it. You know what I mean? It's crazy.
Oh, that's tight.
Yep.
Bro, what you got?
Okay, so let's see. We got Valve said in a new interview discussing the Steam Deck that the handheld PC can run just about every game in the platform's catalog without a hitch. A quartet of Valve developers sat down with IGN to talk about Steam Deck's capabilities at length, from the custom APU design and blah, blah, blah. Basically, this article is just telling you that they're claiming that it will run every game in the Steam library and it will be good. But it's like, I'm wondering how well it's going to run like Microsoft Flight Simulator or something like that. Like, that's a bold statement for them to make.
That is a very bold statement.
You know what I mean? Like,
Also, at how many frames per second? You're going to run Microsoft Flight Simulator, but it's going to be at like the lowest resolution, 10 frames per second. Like, it's going to be
If
really
you're
bad.
lucky.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, okay, like realistically, I think maybe if you knock it down to like low settings, you know what I mean? You could probably play Flight Simulator and acceptable. But
Yeah,
it's like,
they're not
I don't
saying
think
you're
that-
going to play it and enjoy it. They're just saying it's going to work. It'll be on there. No, but that they also said that they were aiming for 30 frames per second. Like, that's their goal for all games, or like their
Oh.
target is like that'll be the sweet spot. It's 30 frames. So it's not very PC like. You know what I'm saying?
My problem is like I want one, but like you have to order one, and it says like it's expected to come in Q something 2023,
Oh.
and it's like by then, fucking games are gonna be nuts. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's
It's
what I
like-
was saying. That's what I was saying last week.
If I don't get it until a year and a half from now, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
I don't know.
Waste of time.
Shit.
They should have put it out earlier. They really should.
They should just make them like available now. You
Yeah.
know, like because right now it would be cool.
Well, I
You
mean,
know
with
what
the
I mean?
shortages of everything.
I
though.
get it, you know, but it's just
not enough.
that's just how it should
semiconductors.
be.
So Jonathan Dornbush at IGN says Dead Space, the beloved modern horror franchise, is back from the dead, as EA has
Space.
officially announced a remake of the 2008 classic. Originally developed, what happened?
He said back from the dead, and Brent said space.
Yes. Originally developed by the now shuttered Visceral Games, EA Motive, the studio behind Star Wars Squadrons, will be tackling a from-the-ground-up remake for PS5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC. In speaking with EA Motive leads, the duo made it clear that this is not just a polished-up version of the original Dead Space, though they're obviously referencing the original game and working with a hefty amount of development data. They're completely rebuilding and remaking the game in EA's Frostbite engine. Quote, "We want to make that immersion even deeper with a fully interactive experience from the start screen to the end credits. We don't want anything to pull you out of the experience, and we don't want any cuts." Campos Oriola said, "The faster SSDs of new consoles means there's not going to be any loading. There's not going to be any moment where we're going to cut your experience, where we're going to cut your camera. You can play it from start screen to the end credits seamlessly."
Oh, like
So that's
God
cool.
of War style.
Yeah,
That's pretty
Damn.
cool.
very nice.
It worked well with God of War, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I hope it works well with Dead Space. I can't imagine this being bad because you got all the bones there. You know,
Yeah.
Dead Space doesn't need much as far as the story goes, as far as the gameplay goes.
I think they're gonna change the story a little bit too.
Really?
Yeah, because they were talking about how there's gonna be some differences, but they didn't really say.
I read
how.
that they're taking out parts that they felt didn't work well gameplay wise.
or like he just literally flopped. No, but sorry, the GameSpeak dog is just flopping around. But no, that and they said like there's not going to be anything like alluding to 2 or 3, like almost like if they go forward with this, like if it does well enough, they're going to completely remake the story of like 2 and 3 and all of it together.
Interesting. You know, 2 is the one that everybody is like reveres as like the fucking pinnacle of Dead Space. I feel like
Was it the second one?
I don't know. I mean,
I remember the second one being talked a lot
You
about
look
a lot
at
more
like
than
the
the first.
Steam reviews and stuff. Like I feel like the second one has like the cake. Everybody hated the third one. That was the one that was like So I could see them changing the story and like going in a different direction just to make it not the third one. But I don't know, man. Like
I'm
I said,
stoked to see the first one redone.
Yeah.
like this.
Too.
I'll
Because I
definitely
never
give it a
actually played any of them all the way through.
Oh, they're great. They're really, really good. Like, and really all this team needs to do is make the game beautiful. And like, they're responsible for Battlefront 2 and fucking Squadrons. Both games are all like fucking amazing looking. So like, if their only real responsibility is to make a beautiful fucking game, like I have a lot of faith in them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm right there with you.
That and like I'm excited to get into the story and all that stuff because I know like I played the Wii, the on rails shooter version.
Oh, God.
It was
I didn't even
actually
know that
really good.
existed.
It got like a 10 out of 10. It was a
No
good
shit.
game. It was fun. Like I really liked it, but at the time I didn't have anything but a Wii, so I didn't get to like play real Dead Space.
I mean, honestly, the first game is like still totally worth playing. Like it's not very dated feeling. It's still a really good game. Like all the Dead Space games are really good and are honestly don't feel that old. Like when you go to like I played them recently and they're pretty decent still. I don't know.
What you got, Devin?
Super stoked. So, if my shit would reorient, what just happened?
That's why
okay,
you should
so-
get an iPhone, dude. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. Anyways, Sean Prescott over at PC Gamer, Halo Infinite's first technical preview is coming very soon, maybe even next weekend.
Dude, I signed up for the beta, so hopefully I get to be a part of this.
So, but the first preview will be focused on testing bots. It's been a long road to Halo Infinite, but players could be diving in as soon as next weekend.
Whoa.
343 Industries is currently preparing a technical preview for the game's free-to-play multiplayer component, focused on fine-tuning the installment's AI bots, the first in the series' history. As a result, the first technical preview will be fairly narrow in scope, in addition to bot arenas, which pitch 4 human players against 4 AI. 343 Industries will be focused on gathering data on the new Academy weapon drills. I'm not even sure what that is. These are replayable training zones populated by bots with various skill levels. There will
you
be
go.
12 weapons available to use.
That's
Always answer our own
interesting.
questions. There will be 12 weapons available to use in these drills, and the bots will have 4 levels of difficulty. In other words, it'll be a good way to acclimatize? No, that's
okay.
acclimatize to different weaponry. I think it's just
Wouldn't it be
acclimate.
acclimate?
I
Like
think it's just acclimate.
acclimatize.
Acclimatize?
That's interesting.
I've never
I'm
said
actually,
acclimatize.
I'm pretty sure that's a word, guys.
No,
And
no,
it-
no.
but
I'm saying in the
correct,
tense,
correct
like the way
grammar
that
would be
it's saying it.
to better acclimate.
Yeah, to better acclimate, not acclimatize. Like I don't know. Maybe we've been saying it wrong our
I'm
whole
pretty sure
lives.
you could say it either way.
I've never even heard acclimatize. I don't.
Here, I'll look it up.
yeah, Brent.
But the
Brent the dictionary. Like put acclimatize in a sentence.
Here,
But-
here you go. Acclimatize. They acclimatized themselves before ascending Everest. Similar, adjust, adapt,
So
attune,
we're just
accustom.
would just regular acclimate be incorrect grammar?
Yeah, is that wrong? Is acclimate not a
Can
thing?
it not be used as a verb?
I'm pretty sure you could say it either way.
Oh, okay. All right. Just
Everything
checking.
I ever learned in grade school is a lie.
Yeah.
No. But yeah, so that's pretty cool. It just goes into a little more detail.
You
but,
should. Do you have? You don't have an Xbox, Devin? Do you?
I do. I have an Xbox One that I've played like all of 3 times.
Go try and get on the beta. Like go sign up for the beta.
Well, I have
for PC or
yeah, I was about to say I have Game Pass on PC, so I would think that they would do some testing on PC as well.
They are like I had the option to choose PC or Series X or Xbox One, and I just went with Series X just because
Oh.
I want something to play on there.
I'll definitely sign up then.
Yeah, you too, Brent. Get on there.
I'm not dusting off my
Yeah,
no,
I'll
not
hop
Series
on in.
X.
Huh? Yeah.
I'll hop on
So
in.
yeah,
Anyways, Brent, what you got?
All right. Google is celebrating the start of 2020 Olympic Tokyo Games. Japan in grand retro themed fashion, unveiling a full 8-bit RPG that's free to play on its homepage.
I played a little bit of it. It's pretty cool.
Really?
Yeah, it's actually it was actually kind of like nostalgic feeling. It reminded me
kinda
of playing
looks cool.
like Mario Tennis on the Game Boy. Like
Oh yeah.
very cool.
Yeah, I want to check it out. It's like a whole ass game. You play as a little cat named Lucky, and you travel to 7 different locations, challenging the sport champions of the Olympics and stuff. Yeah, I don't know. It's a cute little game that Google made.
Yeah,
Kind of fun,
very neat.
and it's free.
Y'all,
You just go
speaking
on
of
Google.
Speaking of Olympics, did y'all hear how Simone Biles is just too good?
No, what'd she do?
So the U.S. gymnastics team is at second because I think it was like multiple moves that she did.
They didn't
were
count
not counted
because they were
of the difficulty.
yeah, they said
Wait,
it's
what?
like too dangerous for other people to attempt, so they're not going to count it.
Wow, that's some
Yeah.
bullshit, dude. I would be
Yeah.
mad as hell.
Apparently, this is a thing that they do
It's
all the
not
time.
Yeah, there's there's a list of other moves in the past that have been barred just because of the danger involved in.
Well, how are you even supposed to do some cool shit if you can't?
They want to keep it just boring as fuck.
Is it like that in the skateboarding Olympics? I didn't watch
no?
that. I was
Dude,
gonna say you better let that fucking kid who did the 1080 the other day compete in the
did
fucking.
it did a 1080?
Dude, a kid did a 12-year-old kid nailed a 1080
At
right
the
in
X
front
Games.
of Tony Hawk.
Yeah.
It was dope
No,
as
it
shit.
was his own. It was the night.
It was
was
a
a 1080,
1080,
Was it
dude.
1080?
He was the first person
person, yeah.
ever.
Holy
Like, and he
shit.
won the X Games. He's a little ass
He's
kid.
like
He's
crying
he's
afterwards.
13,
He's
yeah.
like,
yeah, it was
"Ah."
a cool video, dude.
Very cool. But
That's
you know,
badass.
my problem is like, you know, I'm not saying I don't like the Olympics, but I'm just saying if they're not doing themselves any favors. I don't know how many people watch the Olympics, you know what I'm saying? Like in America at least. I don't think it's that popular. And I feel like you
Not
guys
anymore.
It's pretty damn popular.
is
Well,
it still?
Yeah, it's incredibly
Well,
popular.
I was
dude.
talking to someone earlier today actually about how I felt like this time around this Olympics
I haven't heard anybody
wasn't.
talking
I
about
haven't. Yeah, I haven't heard anybody talking about it. I haven't really seen a whole. I've seen advertising, but not near as much as I remember in the past.
Dude,
I don't know.
There's a lot of advertising. First of all, I've been seeing commercials for the past like
Maybe I just
months.
I just don't watch enough stuff. But like
yeah,
also
so maybe I've done a better job at staying away from ads. But.
yeah, and
it's
like
all over the news and like I don't
haven't
know,
even
man.
seen shit on like my Facebook feed. Like I'll be scrolling through Facebook. I don't see shit on there about it. Like normally, if something big is going on, like there will be something about it. Like I'm just saying personally, until you brought this up, I hadn't even thought about it. Like about the Olympics, really, outside of the fact that I was like, oh yeah, the Olympics and skateboarding is a thing now. Like I was just thinking about that, but
The Simone Biles thing that's soft as fuck.
that's also soft. That's what I'm saying. If they're worried about viewership, they probably shouldn't be doing dumb shit like that, though, because that's just going to make a bunch of people be like, well, why are we even watching if she can't do cool shit?
Yeah, people aren't gonna do crazier things.
Yeah. Like, I don't know. I saw need video games in the Olympics. Dude, that would be tight
What
as
you
fuck.
talking about, bro? We got Mario and Sonic go to the Olympics.
Every year. Every
no,
4
video
years.
games in the Olympics, not the Olympics in video games.
Also, another crazy thing, and a reason why I just instantly was like, man, who watches this? It was we had a TV on at the gym, and like it like was on the Olympics or whatever, and it was just a bunch of people playing water polo, and I was like, damn, that must be the most boring fucking like, and not like to play it. I bet it's fun as fuck to play it, but to watch water polo where people are just like treading on water and like throwing a ball, you know what I'm saying?
I didn't even know water polo was an Olympic sport, to be honest.
Yeah,
I watch like Olympic judo and I watch Olympic boxing. I like those.
See, that's
a lot
cool
of
though.
fun.
That's the fun stuff. That's like the combat sports, like fencing. And
Judo's
stuff.
not as fun as you would think. It's a lot of like grabbing necks and like flippy things. Like
yeah.
Yeah, and AJ's co-owner of like his parkour gym. She's in the Olympics right now. She's
Really?
yeah, for Taekwondo. She's
oh, cool. That's fun to watch. Taekwondo's a lot of fun to watch.
Good old head kicks.
see that
Yeah.
would be fun. But when is it? Is that tomorrow?
I don't know.
I don't know when that happens.
I've been watching it on Peacock, so I don't really watch it like live.
I didn't even know that was a thing. What's a peacock?
Peacock
It's-
is like a free service that's
Yeah.
dope as
One
shit.
of the big cable networks.
They
man.
have like
okay.
all kinds of shit on there. It's like you can watch for for free, but there's like several premium things. But like for example, they have like the Harry Potter movies, but you can watch the first 3 movies for free, and then like after that, it's like on the premium. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
But it's only $5 a month if you want to upgrade to the premium thing. And I don't know, it's cool.
It's not bad.
Definitely worth checking out.
Or you could get Paramount Plus and watch the
Paramount Plus is actually dope
Quiet
as fuck
Place
too.
Yeah,
Ooh.
which I did watch that. I forgot to mention that at the beginning. It was good.
It's also in theaters right now.
Yeah. I like how every movie in theaters is going to streaming, except for Old, which is like the one that I want to watch.
I know. The only one I want to see. We should. I'm definitely down to go make a group trip to go see that
Dude,
at some
I'm
point
down.
this week. I'm off on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Sorry, we can make plans about this later, but
Okay, on the podcast.
we should definitely go
Yeah, if
see
anybody
it.
wants to
Yeah,
join,
anybody
Hey,
wanna
yeah,
watch Old?
seriously, we can make a
hey,
game
join the Discord and we can put it in the Discord.
Yeah, dude, we'll get old together.
I also found out Old is based on a graphic novel, or it is a graphic novel that he's like turned into a movie. I
Oh.
thought he made the thing. I thought it was like a M. Night Shyamalan. I'm sure there's some M. Night Shyamalan,
In there,
sprinkled in there.
yeah.
Yeah. But anyways,
Reminds me of Tuck Everlasting, but like in reverse.
I've never seen that.
You never heard of Tuck?
I've heard of it. I just never seen it.
Y'all didn't have to read it in school back in the day.
It sounds familiar.
It was like
It's
I thought it was like a
about
romance
like,
movie.
It is kind of. It's about this like dude who like drinks this water and he like becomes immortal, but then he meets this chick and like
He wants to die.
she wants to drink the water, but he's like, no, dude, you gotta like get a little older and then drink the water.
Wait.
Oh
he-
damn!
So he's dating a child?
No. I don't know,
Wait.
man.
He's like,
didn't
nah, you're
describe that
underage
very-
right
I
now.
don't fucking know, man. I don't really remember what happened in
We
Tuck
should
Everlasting.
do a whole show
Like-
called Brent Describes Movies he
Books
watched
that
a
I-
long time ago. Books.
That would actually be great.
All right,
Oh
Brent, tell
my
us the
God.
plot to this movie. No,
Fucking,
this
there's
dude's like a child molester. Tuck Everlasting.
I don't really remember what happens. I just know that Tuck was everlasting, and that bitch wanted to be everlasting, and it was a whole thing.
Yeah.
You know?
So Joseph Knoop at IG, or Joseph Knoop, however his last name is pronounced, at IGN says, we've known that Respawn has had a few projects simmering for a while now, including a new IP not based on Titanfall or Jedi Fallen Order. But thanks to a new job opening announcement, we've got some new details. According to creative director Mohammed Alavi, Respawn is working on a, quote, brand new single-player adventure set in a unique universe. Respawn's new job listings include spots for technical game designers, a senior combat designer, and a senior level designer. As you can imagine, the listings don't give too much away, but do give a few vague ideas as to what to expect. Quote, this new single-player title is a designer's dream playground with a freedom to innovate made possible by the unique universe it inhabits, each job posting reads. So that's pretty interesting. I want to know what they're working on over there. What universe allows this playground?
I don't know. I'm curious.
Yeah, same.
Okay.
Watch it not be that deep.
Probably not.
A little more on the Olympics here. The 2020 Olympics have begun in Tokyo, Japan. Blah, 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 blah. Basically, in the opening ceremony, they played a shitload of, like, video game music.
I saw, yeah.
Did you see that?
Yeah, I saw
They
that.
played music from Dragon Quest, Final Fantasy, Monster Hunter, Chrono Trigger, Kingdom Hearts, Ace Combat, like just tons of different fucking games, like Sonic the Hedgehog, even Pro Evolution Soccer, dude. Like,
What?
I thought that was just like a licensed soundtrack. Like I don't know.
apparently, it's the eFootball walk-on theme they played.
Oh.
So
Yeah, apparently they played a lot of anime music too.
Soul Calibur, fucking Gradius, Nier Automatica or Automata. Yeah.
The I guess it was like volleyball or something. It was like the men's volleyball game. Like they played like that anime haiku or whatever.
Oh,
like
that's
that,
dope. That
the
volleyball
song.
anime.
Yeah,
That's dope.
it's like interesting. It's like that's cool.
Well, aren't there there's no fans at this Olympics, right?
No,
Like,
there's
not a single one.
you could like you can only take yourself and one other person like as an athlete or
yeah.
whatever, and I think the other person you take has to be like your coach or something. It's not even like families allowed.
Damn weird.
Yeah, have you seen like whenever they were playing volleyball or whatever? There's like no one there. It was just like
Yeah, I watched a swimming race last night and it was like dead silent.
It's so weird. It's like
just a bunch of splashing.
they can't even get hype. You know what I'm saying?
So the almost 10-year-old game GTA 5 Online does it again.
They did it again.
Dude, people are still playing the shit out of it. So Kat Bailey over at IGN, new Los Santos Tuners launch attracted more players to GTA Online than any update ever.
God damn.
Yeah, Grand Theft Auto 5 is now 8 years old, but its updates remain as popular as ever. Earlier today, Rockstar Games announced that its new Los Santos Tuners update is one of the most successful releases to date. Not bad for a game released in 2013.
I mean, it is still a good game, you know?
Yeah.
It's crazy that it's got the longevity that it's had, but it's also like a cheap game now. You can get the online version by itself for like super cheap.
And that is that's a bunch of content too. I mean,
Yeah.
I got to give it to them, for what they have released into GTA Online.
But it's not for us. It's not for us. It's for the children. That's
what?
I feel,
I don't think so, bro.
I feel like most of the people who play GTA now are like kids that like Fortnite and shit like that. Like, do you?
I don't think so.
Not
know?
the demographic I experienced when I was pretty deep into playing GTA Online.
Yeah.
How
me
long ago
either.
was it though?
Couple of years.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like nowadays, like it's the kids that were playing Fortnite.
I don't
that
think
are
so,
now-
man. I really don't know.
I mean, I'm sure they're there, but I don't know that it would be.
I wouldn't say
mainly-
it's the majority
Yeah.
demographic. That
I wanna-
seems like
I
a
wanna know.
generalization. That's probably not.
Well, so there's a big reason behind this whole tuners update. There's become like a big car scene in GTA somehow,
What?
Huh.
and people were doing their own car meets and shit in GTA.
That's kind of fun.
And there's also a bunch of videos of people going and trolling these meets, and people just getting over the top pissed off and shit, like finding their way into private matches and this and that. And so one of the updates with this tuners thing is organized car meets and stuff,
Oh, that's
where
fun.
there's no weapons and nobody can blow up any of their shit or anything like that.
That's pretty cool.
But I haven't looked into it, but I'm actually going to check it out later this week. I completely forgot about it until today. But I'm going to check it out because I do like GTA.
Yeah, I might as well
I put a
jump
lot of
on
time
there.
into online several years back. So, and I think I still have some money on there to buy a car.
I think
and
they're giving out
soup it
free
up.
money right now on the game.
Yeah, they're giving out like PlayStation I saw was giving out $1 million per month in
Ooh.
GTA Online.
Yeah,
and
yeah, that's
then-
right. Until GTA comes out for PlayStation 5 or something like that. It was like a
So-
whole thing.
Wow. So I just want to say real quick. So there's like the website. It's like Common Sense Media, where it's like for parents. It's like kid reviews or like reviews for parents like who want to allow their kids to play a game. They say that GTA Online is great for kids 13 and up.
What?
It's a rated M game. The age
It's
10.
definitely not okay for anybody under the age. I mean,
no.
Do what you want. I played a lot of fucked up shit when I was a kid. You know what I mean? But if I'm going to be like that website, I'm definitely not going to advocate that any kid under the age of 17
Well,
plays
see,
game.
the website itself says age 18 plus.
Are they talking about specifically like online, or is it like the
No,
whole package of GTA
It's
5?
for GTA 5 plus the online.
No,
so
unacceptable.
it's saying parents say age 12 plus. Kids say age 13 plus. So the kids are like,
The
yeah,
kids are
maybe even
smarter
a little
about
bit
it than
older.
the fucking parents.
But out of 842 reviews from parents, that it's 12 plus, and from 1,015 reviews from kids, it's 13 plus.
What?
Good job, guys. Y'all did it. Y'all got all the parents to believe.
Yeah, they're like, it's just drinking and
It's-
drugs.
Drinking and oh my goodness.
Well, I remember me and my brothers, we schemed for a long time, and then to talk to our parents about getting San Andreas, and it worked. We got San Andreas for Christmas, and we got away for about 3 to 4 months until one day we weren't paying attention, and my dad was standing with his head just barely in the doorway. We were all playing San Andreas for a while, and he was like, "What the fuck is this?" Like, "This is what y'all are playing?" Like, we were doing some dumb shit on there, and we're like, "Oh shit!" And we got San Andreas taken away for good after that.
Oh man, see, okay, I asked my parents to get me Grand Theft Auto back in the day, and they wouldn't do it because some news thing had come on, and it was like Grand Theft Auto, the game where you kill hookers and get your money. You fuck the hooker and you kill the hooker, and then you get your money back from the hooker. And it's like this whole thing, and they were like, "Oh God, you're never playing this."
Your kid will be a school shooter.
So I went and asked my grandparents who would get me anything. You know what I mean? And they got it for me.
Yeah,
Well,
for the Xbox. You got the
I had
3-game
Bro,
package,
I had
bro.
the 3-game package for the Xbox.
That was like
bro.
right when it first came out on Xbox.
It
like
was
it had been
so lit.
PS2
Coolest
only,
kid
bro.
on the block right there.
Dude,
Pretty
dude.
much, yeah.
But didn't your parents eventually see you playing it at some point and were like, or your dad saw you playing it or something? And
I
was
think
just-
they took 3 away at one point because they saw me playing it, but I still had the other 2, and they thought they got, they took the disc, so they're like, we got it. You know what I mean? So,
they don't know about them other discs. Yeah,
So,
I
but
was
if any-
told like as long as like I could play games. This is the weird thing about like parents, and specifically mine. They were like, you can kill as many things as you want. It doesn't matter how violent it is, as long as there's no sex stuff in it. Like you can blow up an entire city. Like that's fine. But
boobs,
if we see a
that's where I
titty
draw
in
the
that
line.
game, that game's going.
yeah.
Well, and I was literally just
Same.
about to say, did any of them before 5 have actual nudity in it? Nudity in it.
Nudie.
Nudity?
Nudity
No, but
boobies.
they
Yeah,
did
they
have
did.
asses.
They at the strip clubs.
Yeah, but they
It
have
was like
pasties.
pixelated and shit, but it
No,
was definitely.
It was pasties.
Yeah, I don't.
There's no
unless it was
actual
in
nipples.
4.
Are you sure?
I'm positive, 100% positive.
I can't say.
Are you
I can't say
sure?
100% for 4.
Trust me,
but I
young
know all the
perverted
ones-
Jamel checked.
Yeah.
Whenever I was a kid, I remember going into Vice City, going into the strip club, and they have pasties on.
Yeah, I was so excited and then very, very disappointed.
No full nudity at all.
Are you sure?
Not even titty
What about
nudity.
4? Are you sure?
That's
Maybe
not-
4. Maybe 4.
That's why I
but
said I can't say for certainty for 4, but I know
3
everything
Vice and
before,
San Andreas had no
yeah,
nudity.
everything before 4.
I mean, besides the hot coffee mod, but like
I don't even think there was technically
nudity,
nudity
in the hot
in
coffee
that.
mod.
It was
yeah.
just like them doing.
They were
like,
actually doing it. Yeah. But yeah, it is surprising to learn that GTA has really never had nudity in it. Like
Up until 5. Then.
yeah, up until 5.
It's a, no, I
But
think
that's
there
the one
is,
that's
dude.
13
I'm
12 years.
almost positive that there's fucking nudity in the clubs if you get
Which
like
one?
a lap dance in any of them, like
No.
Vice City 3, San Andreas.
No. For sure not in any of the previous ones before 4.
These
Yeah.
guys on the online are saying there's cutscenes. I'm pretty sure, dude. Like you can go get a lap dance and they'll give you a little doo doo doo, and it's like
So for 4, it says the character can visit lap dancing clubs and request a private dance. However, while the game contains sexualized dancing and the portrayal of sex, there is no sexualized nudity.
Yeah. Also, this forum right here, back from 2003, there's no nude scenes in the game. It says they have pasties over their nipples. Yeah. Hold on. So where is it at? It says no actual nudity in the game, excluding the chick in the strip joint in Malibu. But
Yeah,
all
there
you
you
see is
go.
her ass. So like that's what I was saying. You can see their ass, but you don't ever see nipples. It's like it says even the photos of Candy Sucks or whatever, the ones on the walls. That's probably where the nudity's at.
But
I don't know, man. I feel like they just mentioned the girl in Miami. Like I feel like there's at least one stripper in one of the games with some nudity. I could be wrong. I'm probably wrong.
I think so. I like Jamal said, perverted Devin when he was a kid did the same exact search and never found anything in the ones before 4.
I mean,
Yeah.
as far as I remember.
Either way.
But yeah, it's good. It's good conversation. We got to figure this out. No, I'm just kidding. But anyways,
whose turn is it? Oh, that was me. I just read that one.
Okay, so that's Brent then.
Let's see. Ubisoft has announced that it'll be shutting down the servers to Tom Clancy's Elite Squad.
No.
With this week's update being the game's final one. Launched just over a year ago in August 2020, Ubisoft's mobile game presented itself as a free-to-play action RPG that features characters and controversial imagery from games such as The Division, Splinter Cell, Rainbow Six, and In War. It is with great deal of sadness that we are announcing we will no longer be releasing new content for Elite Squad, Ubisoft's statement read. Today's update will be our last, and on October 4th, 2021, we will shut the servers down. This was not an easy decision, but after exploring multiple options with our teams, we came to the conclusion that it was no longer sustainable. We want to assure you that we really gave it our best, especially with big updates like Season 2, and it was truly a rewarding experience to work with you, our passionate community. Tom Clancy's Elite Force may be bowing out, but the company hasn't given up on spinning off the various heroes of its Tom Clancy games in a new direction. Tom Clancy's X-Defiant was revealed this week, with Ubisoft describing the free-to-play shooter as, quote, fast-paced firefights meets punk rock mosh pit. That's like a fucking tongue twister. Anyways, so, you can check that out. It seems kind of stupid that they would shutter that game so quickly.
No, it doesn't. I mean, who's playing it? Who's playing it?
My thing is just don't fucking put a game out if you're going to do that. You should have at least like
a 5-year plan.
You should have several years of contingency even if the game doesn't do well for the people that fucking bought it. You know what I mean?
But that should show you how horrible it did. Like they probably, because they said we had meetings about it trying to figure out what to do, and realized the only option was to shut it down, basically. They were just
I get if you're not going to update it anymore, but to just shut the whole fucking server down less than a year after you put it out, or just a little over a year after you put it out, it's just stupid. It's like you might as well not even have made the game. At least, like, you can still play Anthem and shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it sucks, and it's not fucking...
Yeah, but it's like a smartphone game. It's not even, like, a big deal, though. You know what I'm saying?
I know. It's just bad.
It is bad. And, like, if it was an actual game, though, like one you could play on console and stuff, then, yeah, I'd be like...
One that was purchased for, like, $60.
Yeah, but, like, since it's, like, a free-to-play iPhone game, I doubt, like... There's probably, like, 10, maybe 20 kids that are going to cry about this.
Oh, darn.
Yeah, no, I wanted to play as the Splinter Cell guy.
I just think you shouldn't do that. I just feel like,
agreed.
You shouldn't base your fucking... game's future off of like hypothetically how well it's gonna do, like you should, like, it's like Lawbreakers or something. Like, you shouldn't fucking make these games if it's not gonna be playable later, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
No, I agree, but Ubisoft and company, they like to make mobile games that are specifically made for money. Like, that's their thing. And if they're not making money, they don't give a fuck. Like, that's all the mobile industry is it's like a quick, it's like a
instant gratification.
It's like a quick way to get money for these companies on the side. So like I doubt they put much story, much heart into the game at all. It was more like, here, just play this game, and like buy microtransactions. Like, they're not doing it with their big games though. Like, look at Far Cry and shit like that. We're getting good stuff from them on that, but I feel like they wanted to have like a little side hustle, and see how it worked. Because that came out at the beginning of this year, right? No, last year. And so that was around the time where every big company was like, we're going to start putting our foot in the door of mobile. Let's just see what we can do with it, Like, that's why I'm not hating on them for it, because I know they were just kind of testing the waters. What I am hating on them for, though, is putting fucking Sam Fisher in there, and that's how they bring him back. They're like, we'll just throw him in this fucking gotcha bag of bullshit. But anyways.
But Jamal, do you remember? I remember. Drawing sales off of the nostalgia.
That's how he needs a game. But he'll be an X-Defiant. Don't worry, guys. Another bullshit game they'll shut down in a year. Taylor Lyles at IGN says, new PlayStation documentation shows that Sony may be working on a model refresh for the PlayStation 5 Digital Edition, which seemingly makes it lighter than the launch version. According to the official product manual, which is available on the official PlayStation Japanese website, this rumored PS5 Digital Edition weighs 3.6 kilograms, which is 300 grams less than the original PS5 Digital Edition launched less than a year ago, which weighs in at 3.9 kilograms. In pounds, that's 0.7 pounds less. So the revised PS5 Digital Edition model also notes that the console will also include a new version of the screw that connects the console to the stand, allowing you to position it vertically or horizontally on a flat surface. It also appears that the model number has changed from the PS5 launch hardware CFI-1XXX model to the new CFI 11XX scheme. Wow.
Guess all my patience is paying off.
Yeah.
I feel like even if you were to be carrying around your PS5 for whatever fucking reason, 0.07
Yeah.
pounds is not what?
It's
I
a
mean,
lot, man.
It's just
Why
a
not?
redesign. I don't think it's a bad thing that they shaved off a pound. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I don't see the problem here. You know?
I don't see the reason.
I see the problem. It's PlayStation. No, I'm just kidding. No,
I
but-
mean, I don't not see the reason.
No, I just-
Why wouldn't you do that? You know what I mean? If you could do it. Like,
Well,
if
see-
you can knock some weight off of your already arguably too big console,
I
why
get-
wouldn't you?
I think what he's trying to say is why not wait till you have a little bit more to do?
Yeah, I don't think
You
it's
know, like,
significant enough of
It's
a
not
difference.
like it's not like
It's
a
not going to get
fucking-
promoted.
It's
or
not like
nothing.
a fucking version 2 or
Yeah,
anything.
yeah.
It's just like something they're subtly doing. It's just like when they redesigned the PlayStation VR headset, you know? They completely changed the wire placement, the structure of the headset, but they didn't like
didn't
rebrand
tell
it
no
or
one?
anything. Yeah, it was just PSVR still, you know?
Yeah.
But you know, you have to have version 2 PSVR if you want to do like a through pass to like HDMI on your PS4 Pro or some shit like that. It's like a weird thing. Like, I don't know.
For sure.
Anyways, it's just not the first time PlayStation's done this.
Is it me or is it you?
Is it me?
It's you.
Okay.
Is it him? Who is it? Wait a minute.
Streaming giant Netflix has confirmed in a share. We already talked about this kind of. They're doing more video game stuff. So, you know,
Sweet.
Netflix video games. I can go again if you want.
It's up to you. Yeah.
I've got one more.
All right,
alright.
throw yours.
So Apex Legends Emergence announced, plus new Legend Seer. Matt Purslow over at IGN. EA and Respawn have announced the next season of Apex Legends Emergence, which will launch in August and bring with it a new Legend Seer. I think it's, just
Seer.
Seer. But I think, hold on. A gameplay trailer for Seer will drop on July 26th, a week ahead of the Apex.
It's today.
Today's the
Yeah, it's
26th?
already dropped.
So, sorry, did not see the article talking about the character. I'm sorry. Cinematic trailer was shown, however, does give a first look at how Seer plays. Similar to Bloodhound, it appears that Seer is a tracker using a heartbeat sensor. They're able to find where the enemies are camped out, and micro drones are able to more precisely track enemies.
Cool. I like
So,
tracking characters.
It's just a
Yeah.
more difficult Bloodhound, or a more accurate Bloodhound.
Okay.
Sounds like it.
Sounds OP.
Seer equals Lil Nas X. I don't know what that means.
I
I don't-
guess they mean Seer is Little Nas X.
Wait, like is it literally? Hold on, I'm
Voice pilot.
Hold on, I gotta go see what Seer looks like.
Dude, that would be great.
So, in addition to Seer, Emergence will add a ranked arenas mode to Apex Legends, further bolstering the 3v3 mode that was added as part of Apex Legends Legacy.
Wow, it does look like Lil Nas X, kind of. Okay,
And he kind of looks like Lil Uzi Vert too.
all the Lils put together.
Yeah, every little person put together.
Honestly,
Lil Wayne.
the face structure, it looks like oh man, I can't even remember which rapper it is now. It's another Lil.
Is it
but-
Lil something?
Yeah, no, I
Mm.
can't remember. Damn it! But you're on to something with the Lil Nas X
Yeah,
thing.
definitely.
I think it's also because like the cowboy-esque hat and
Yeah,
whatnot.
that.
And what was the song?
I'm gonna take
yeah.
my horse. To
Oh yeah.
I
Good
forgot
point,
the
good
name
point.
of it up until.
Good point. Okay. After launching last week, Codemasters has released a new patch for its latest racing game, F1 2021,
Thank
which
goodness.
removes ray tracing on PS5 in order to improve performance.
What?
Codemasters has identified an issue with its ray tracing implementation specifically on Sony's hardware, which has hindered the game's ability to run smoothly. As a result, the developer is removing the option as it investigates the issue, with the hope that a new patch soon will be able to sort these issues out for players. This doesn't affect ray tracing if you're playing on a PC or Xbox Series X, but Codemasters stopped short of explaining why it might be affecting one of the current-gen consoles and not the other. The patch also addresses a more pressing issue for both versions by sorting out a bug that would corrupt your save file at random when designing a custom library from your car within my team.
Interesting. This another one for Xbox? No, I'm just kidding.
Flexbox at this point. Shit.
Flexbox, dude. Next box. Paranormal Game says, need to watch the reveal trailer for Seer. Okay, so maybe we're missing something. Maybe it is Lil Nas X. Like, maybe that in the trailer we see Lil Nas X.
If Respawn did that, I've lost all respect for them.
Why, though?
Because they're going down the. I kind of lost a little bit of respect for Fortnite. I don't understand why, but like all the bringing the rappers and everything in. I don't.
Look, man, we're in a Fortnite GTA Online world, and you're just living in it. All right.
I guess.
So, did you have any more news, or is it?
I am out.
Okay. So while Brent is off, I'm going to go ahead and give my last bit of news here. Joe Screbbles at IGN says Neil Blomkamp, the director of District 9, Elysium, and Chappie, has joined new developer Gunzilla Games as chief visionary officer, helping the studio to create its unrevealed debut multiplayer shooter. Gunzilla was set up last year and began pre-production on its first game. The studio features development talent that previously worked for Crytek, Ubisoft, EA, and more. Now it's added some Hollywood talent too. Speaking to IGN, Neil Blomkamp explained that his unusual chief visionary officer role will be to act as an, quote, an egalitarian version of being a film director, working with different parts of the team to decide the best routes forward for design, audio storytelling, and more. It comes from a place of bringing directorial skills that would be along the lines of the films that I've done before to the aesthetic of the game. So Neil Blomkamp is the CFO of or CVO, Chief Visionary Officer of a new video game development company called Gunzilla Games, and they're working on a multiplayer shooter. So this is the guy that made Chappie and all that shit. And
Okay.
He was originally working on the Halo film back in like 2007 or 8 with Peter Jackson, and then he what was left of the Halo film that got scrapped, he turned into District 9.
Really?
Yeah. So
interesting.
he's always had.
I guess
a
the
love
alien
for
does
video
kind of
games.
look like it could be like an Elite or something.
Yeah.
You know?
I guess.
Aren't they doing a District 10?
I think so.
something- I
Yeah.
saw
There's some
something
kind of
about that.
District 9 sequel or prequel coming out.
I really
Yeah.
like District 9. That was
Yeah, it was a good movie.
really good movie.
Yeah, it was pretty good. But that's it for the news, right? You got that's
Yeah,
everything.
that's
Brent?
it.
Okay, so now that we're done with the news, I'm gonna run through this week's releases, which are the brand new games you're gonna be able to play in the next 7 days. Starting with Splitgate coming to PC, PlayStation 4.
Heard this is good.
PS5.
Heard this is real good.
Lots of people are really hype about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why. I've only seen like screenshots of it. I haven't.
Is it the
seen
port?
anything.
It's the Portal
Yeah.
multiplayer.
It looks like Portal
Portal
and
Halo.
like Overwatch mixed together
Oh,
or something. It's like
yeah.
it's like the dudes jumping through portals and shooting each other. It looks really cool.
Never mind. I know exactly what you guys are talking about now. Okay,
How
but
much is it?
it's
I think it's
Free
free,
to
to
play.
play, and it's doing so well. Like the servers are breaking and shit. Like people are really into
Yeah.
it right now.
Yeah.
well, it's
Definitely
coming
gonna have to check that out.
July 27th. So tomorrow you will be able to play it on the new consoles or the old consoles or PC.
Sweet.
And then
Hopefully they get their server issues sorted.
Yeah. And then we got Alchemic Cutie coming to Xbox Series S and X on July 27th. Couldn't find a price, but Alchemic Cutie is a wholesome, relaxing RPG set on colorful Wimba City. Or Wimba Island. The Tribes of Midgard is coming to PS4, PS5, and PC on July 27th for $19.99. Tribes of Midgard is a cooperative survival game in which players work together to resist the oncoming invasion of giants during Ragnarok. Ragnarok gets thrown around a lot nowadays.
Yeah, a lot of Ragnarokin.
There's just too much Ragnarok, dude. Let's switch it up. Let's not. The Great Ace Attorney Chronicles
Hey.
is coming to Switch, PS4, and PC on July 27th for $39.99. The Great Ace Attorney Chronicles combines the two games of the Ace Attorney spin-off series, which focuses on Ryuichi Naruhodo, a Meiji-era ancestor of Phoenix Wright, practicing 19th century law. And then we have Hell Let Loose coming to PC on July 27th. Couldn't find a price, but Hell Let Loose brings World War II on an epic scale. Huge battles of 100 players per game. and over 20 different player-controlled vehicles and deployed weapons. Supply, capture, and building mechanics all play their part in a team's victory. And then we have Microsoft Flight Simulator coming to Xbox Series S and X on July 27th for $59.99 or for free with Game Pass. From light planes to wide-body jets, fly highly detailed and stunning aircraft in an incredibly realistic world in Microsoft Flight Simulator, the next generation of aviation gaming. And then we have Winds of Leaves coming to PSVR on July 27th. Couldn't find a price, but Winds of Leaves is a flora builder game. Prepare yourself for a magnificent journey like none other, where you'll uncover mystical ancient secrets whilst reflourishing the land. And then we have Neo, The World Ends With You, coming to Switch and PS4 on July 27th for $59.99.
PS4 too?
Yeah. Explore a stylized recreation of Shibuya as you take on the role of Rondo to battle for survival and unravel the mysteries of the Deadly Reapers game in Neo, The World Ends With You, an action RPG follow-up to the beloved original game. That only came out on DS, I'm pretty sure.
It was a big deal. Like, a lot of people really, really liked that game. Like,
yeah. I never played it, but I've heard a lot of good things about it. And then we have Yonder, the Cloud Catcher Chronicles, coming to PS5 on July 27th for $29.99. Yonder, the Cloud Catcher Chronicles is an open-world adventure across the beautiful, vibrant island of Jimia. Okay, and then we have Chernobylite coming to PC on July 28th. Couldn't find a price. Sounds like a good drink.
it's another one people are freaking out about.
Chernobylite?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it sounds like something you could buy, like a restaurant. Like, I'll take a Chernobylite. You know, it's a
beer made in Chernobyl.
Yeah, Chernobylite is a science fiction survival horror experience, mixing the free exploration of its disturbing world with challenging combat, unique crafting, and non-linear storytelling. Okay.
Well, we saw stuff on that at it was during E3, wasn't it?
It was a long time ago.
Yeah, they've been talking about it all E3 for sure.
Then we have Final Fantasy 1, 2, and 3 Pixel Remaster coming to PC on July 28th. Coming under price, but Pixel Remaster series brings all the magic of the original RPG hits combined with quality of life upgrades while staying faithful to the retro design of these masterpieces. Basically, it looks exactly the same. There's no difference. But and then we have The Forgotten City coming to PS4, PS5, and Xbox One and PC on July 28th. The Forgotten City is a time loop murder mystery set in a mythological city. The game offers incredible freedom, inviting you to manipulate the timeline so that events play out differently.
Whoa.
Well, and then we have Indo Crisis coming to PS4 on July 28th. Couldn't find a price, but Indo Crisis is a challenging technical shoot-'em-up. You can absorb and block bullets and power up your ship on different stages. Okay, I'm good on that. Then we got Unbound Worlds Apart coming to Switch and PC on July 28th for $19.99. Explore beautiful handcrafted worlds in Unbound, an atmospheric 2D puzzle platformer where the main character, Solly, can conjure magic portals to travel between different realities in order to learn more about the catastrophe that ravaged his world. And then we have Blaster Master 03 coming to Switch, PS4, Xbox One, PC, July 29th for $14.99. And Blaster Master 03, Hop Abroad, the all-terrain battle tank G Sophia SV, and blast your way through legions of mutants. And then we have the Ascent.
Hop abroad.
That's
I think
literally
it
what
had
it
just
says.
been a typo, right?
Definitely.
Look, I read it as I sees it. And then we
I
got
don't know. After acclimatize, I don't
Yeah.
know anything anymore.
So the Ascent is that cyberpunk game that was coming to Xbox. It's coming to Xbox One, Xbox Series S and X, and PC on July 29th for $29.99, or you played on Game Pass. But the Ascent is a solo and co-op action RPG set in a cyberpunk world. The mega corporation that owns you and everyone, the Ascent Group, has just collapsed. And then we have Reshaping Mars coming to PC on July 29th. Couldn't find a price, but Reshaping Mars is a game about building a colony on Mars. And then we have Eldest Souls. It's coming to everything.
Elon's excited.
Reshaping
The reshaping Mars. Sorry.
Eldest Souls is coming to everything on July 29th for $19.99. Eldest Souls is a challenging Souls-like pixel art boss rush game. The old gods have long been imprisoned. Humanity has prospered. Great kingdoms have arisen from the now forsaken temples of worship, but no longer. And then we have Escape from Naraka coming to PC on July 29th. Couldn't find a price, but Escape from Naraka is a first-person survival platformer with exotic Balinese theme. Run and jump your way through a nightmarish temple.
That actually sounds kind of cool.
Yeah. And then we have Horror Tales, The Wine, coming to everything on July 30th for $14.99. Explore a post-pandemic fictional Mediterranean island and confront your fears in Horror Tales, The Wine. And that's it. That's all the games coming out. And of those, maybe one sounds like interesting.
There's a
Yeah,
couple
two.
in there. You
Yeah,
got
for
The
sure
World
two.
Ends With You sequel, which
Oh,
I'm
that's
sure
true.
a lot of people are going to be excited about, and
Chernobyl.
and there was
And then
one
the
earlier.
Portal.
Oh, the Port
yeah.
Splitgate. That's the one that I was
Splitgate,
thinking
yeah.
of. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm interested
There's
in
some
that.
gems.
But that's it for this week's releases. So now we're going to jump on over to currently playing. What's everybody playing? What
What
are you guys doing?
playing?
Oh,
Some video games. You know.
okay. Yeah, same. No, I completed Dark Souls 3, and I am now a New Game Plus.
Oh, you are now the master.
I am
fucking.
a Dark Soul. No, but
Very nice. Very
so
nice.
like you go back to the spots that gave you trouble earlier in the game, right? And you feel like a badass now, huh?
I do. I do that. Well, I haven't actually started up New Game Plus. I've been running around like in the same world, like just kind of collecting Tritonite chunks or whatever, trying to take them with me into New Game Plus
yeah,
so I
that's
can
a
like
good
upgrade
idea.
all my weapons whenever I get there. Like right at the start.
Bro,
What?
when I beat Sekiro, I like started up New Game Plus, and at the very beginning of the game, there's a boss that's like supposed to kill you. It's like part of the story. You know what I mean? You can beat him, but he's like really fucking hard. And like, I started the New Game Plus, and I just ran straight to that dude, and I just fucking whooped his ass. It was like the best feeling ever. Like
It does feel good going back and like just beating these like bosses' asses now. Like that I'm so much like I have increased in power, but also like I've been helping others like a couple of our buddies who haven't reached New Game Plus yet. Like I'm going back and helping them fight bosses that I've already beat or whatever, and that's fun. It's like
I have a hard time getting into like the like scenery and stuff in Dark Souls for some reason.
Really?
Like,
What, a bit depressing?
dude, the Ring City is so beautiful though. Like
I don't know what it is, man. Like
How far have you
it's
got,
the same
though?
with Bloodborne too. Like it's the something about the like grotesque nature of everything is kind of like
gross.
puts me off a little bit. I don't know why. I think that's why I was so much more into Sekiro. It's like the medieval kind of environment. I don't know.
Just death and plague and all that jazz.
Yeah,
And dark, always dark.
I
and
don't
gray.
know. Like it's not like I hate the game. I'm gonna definitely play through it at some point, but it's just like I can't get like as into it as I was with Sekiro or like Jedi Fallen Order or any of that. You know what I
How
mean?
far have you gotten in it though? Like where
I'm
are you
still
at?
at the spot with the fucking Frost Dog. I haven't played it since then.
Oh, the Frost Dog. Yeah, just run past him. Like that's the thing is like the cool thing about Dark Souls is like there's certain parts where you can run past it and then you come back. Like there's something that you'll need there, but you can run past it to get to another bonfire to where whenever you keep restarting, you're closer or whatever. Like you just kind of have to move around and not like you don't have to fight every single enemy you come by the first time you see them. You know, like you want to go and grab some other stuff and then come
Yeah,
back.
I mean I get it. Like I said, I've played through Sekiro. It's the same thing, just
Yeah,
without it's I can't get as into it for some reason.
I think once you get out of that area that you're in, you'll like it. There's so much scenery in that game that like just blows my mind. Like whenever you first get to the Ring City, it's just fucking gorgeous. That and then there's a whole other area, the Erythral Castle or something like that. That place it looks nothing like the rest of the game, and it's just beautiful. And then there's like snow areas, like the Painted World is amazing. Like where you're at, yeah, it all looks very similar and gross and.
It's not even just that. It's just the theme, like the whole medieval thing. You know what I mean?
Oh,
like,
you don't like the medieval.
I mean, I
thing.
don't like. It's just I can't get into it.
I don't
you know
like
what I
high
mean?
fantasy either, but for some reason, once I got past like the first like couple of bosses, I was really digging the art. And once you get more into the lore and the world and stuff, then you're like, okay, or at least for me, it worked like that.
But see, it's also like that with Bloodborne for some reason. Like I really tried to give Bloodborne a hard chance, and it just like I just couldn't get into it. You know what I mean? I don't know what it is. Like I don't know what it is. I'm gonna definitely play them all at some point. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm not.
Yeah, Devin has basically given up before he even tried.
I did try. I did not try. I did try. And then I gave up.
We have a face. I'm guessing that's Alana. She always drops a face whenever she pops in. I'm just assuming that's her. Devin's gonna check just in case it's not. But yeah,
in which case we're sorry.
So I beat Dark Souls.
You're right.
Yeah.
Well, hello.
Hello, Alana. Yeah. So beat that, and then now I'm on just kind of like trying to figure out what I want to play next, which is kind of difficult because I'm still gonna keep playing. Like I'm gonna try and get through New Game Plus.
I know what you should play.
What's that?
And you should play it with your boy Devondre.
What?
Final Fantasy.
Oh, 14. You've been playing it?
No, I haven't started it yet.
Oh,
I didn't want to just start it so well because like me, you, and then I think one other person in our gaming group downloaded it to try the free trial. So
yeah.
I was like, we should all launch it at the same time.
Because the game was made in like 2010. I went to go download the free trial launcher or whatever, and so it started downloading the game. It got to 90. It was like 97 or 98%, and I had to do a Zoom meeting for like this class that I'm taking, and it was like taking up so much of the internet. I had to stop it. There's not a pause. All you can do is cancel it and then restart the download. My internet's so freaking slow. It made me so mad that I was just like, nope. I've been waiting all day to play this, and I have to cancel it because I'm going to be late to this meeting, Zoom meeting or whatever.
Damn.
And so I don't know. I'll probably download it overnight or something. I'm going to try. I'm going to do it on my laptop. I've decided. It seems like a game that I could run on my laptop. You know?
I don't know. I mean, a couple of clips that I've seen, there's a lot happening. Like especially in fights and stuff. I don't know.
I've Googled, can my laptop play it?
Well,
and,
yeah, it can
and
probably
says it
play
can play
it,
it pretty
but
good.
how well? A 960M is the same as my gaming laptop, and I don't know. I mean, if you want,
it's an older game. It's a really old game,
Yeah.
actually. But obviously it was redone. But
yeah, it's gotten graphical upgrades.
yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll see though. If it doesn't work on there, I'll just get it on PC.
Gotcha.
Screw it. But anyways, Brent, what about you? Oh wait, Devin,
Yeah, well, what else? What else have you played? Was that everything?
I was just busy beating Dark Souls 3. I beat like 3 or 4 bosses in a day. I was just like fucking just running through them. But Dark Souls and then Call of Duty.
Hack Zone.
Yeah, Hack Zone.
Yeah, of course. Fucking Hack Zone.
What about you, Devin? What have you been playing?
I mean, the typical Hack Zone, of course. Hating it still. Getting worse.
It's getting a lot worse.
Getting really bad, really fast, actually. And I find it very ironic and also just really pisses me off that the second a fucking hack comes up that unlocks a bunch of shit for people and makes them lose any kind of revenue, oh, that shit's patched immediately. Like, same day patch for that hack. But all this other bullshit that's been happening, no. They just let it run. They're letting it run rampant, and it's going to come back to bite them in the ass, I guarantee.
Like that lawsuit.
Because I'm just biding my time. At this point, I'm biding my time for Battlefield, and once Battlefield comes out, I'm not touching COD.
Look,
because the
man,
next one's going to be World War II, and I hated the last World War II COD.
I really think you're getting your hopes up on the 2042, not
then,
because of the
okay,
game, but because of the hacking. Like the game has already been like they're selling. You can buy hacks for the game online.
Well, then I'll just play Portal. I'll just play
Splitgate. You mean? Oh,
no.
Portal. Okay.
No, the new mode that they just announced. I'll just play that shit. Because then you'll have a lot more control over the servers and stuff. You can. I'm sure there'll be a good community behind it.
Yeah.
Because there's been a huge community behind custom servers anyways.
Yeah.
Where there's legit like people have these servers that they play religiously, and there's admins and stuff that are
make sure there's
pretty
no hackers
pretty commonly online and stuff, and they'll boot somebody immediately if they're not even following the game style. Like say if it's got like snipers only or some shit.
Yeah, not following the role play.
Yeah. So I've got with the announcement of Portal, I have hope for at least a way around the hacking.
Yeah.
It's not the way that I want. I would much rather just be able to play fucking
the
multiplayer.
game.
Yeah, play multiplayer without all this bullshit.
I just think it's crazy. There's just like a whole website you can just like go and just buy hacks for the game before it even comes out.
We're not
Like,
even gonna fucking
dude,
say it.
that's where we live. This is the time we live in, where it's like people can't just play a game. Like you have to hack. Like I don't understand.
Can't just get good.
You can't just play the game. Like you don't even have to be good. It's not even about that. It's just for fun.
Well,
just play the game.
Well, a lot of these like kids and shit, they want that instant gratification, and they can't get that on a game where you're going up against however many people. Like so, they get the hacks, and then they feel good about themselves somehow.
How? You're not
I don't
doing
fucking know.
it.
I don't use hacks.
You didn't do it. Look at me. Look at me in the camera. I'm looking in the camera. If you're hacking right now, stop it. Because guess what? You know who knows? You know. You know you're hacking. And guess
You know
what?
you're bad.
How do you sleep at night? All right?
Don't hack us, please.
Yeah, don't hack. Anyways.
Other than that, I attempted to play Final Fantasy free trial, Final Fantasy 14 online. 14? Yeah.
Yeah.
Did not. I got halfway through character customization, and then I got sidetracked. And then been playing a lot of Contractor still, enjoying that. And that's. I feel like there's something else, but it was. I didn't really. Yeah, it was a pretty basic week of gaming. What about you, Brent?
Oh man, I've been going in.
I played like 30 different games.
No, I played Chrono Trigger. I'm like fucking super far in that now.
Still enjoying it?
Yeah, I think I'm close to the end, but I don't know.
You fighting the boss?
I'm
boss?
fighting a lot of bosses, man. I'm fighting hella bosses, and I'm like just doing all kinds of shit, man. And it's pretty good. It's a pretty good game.
Yeah, it's
know?
a pretty good game.
Got a lot of stuff going on. I like all the characters.
Very underrated. I feel like it's one of those classics that doesn't really get talked about much. Like on the broad scale of things, everybody always talks about Final Fantasy and shit like that. But I feel like Chrono Trigger was like dope.
Yeah, it's really dope. Like the combat is fun. It keeps me like changing up my tactics and stuff. I don't know. It's a good game.
Yeah.
All around good game, good story. It's a solid time. I'm about like 19 hours into it right now, so I got to be getting close to the end. And then I've been playing. Okay, so like I went on the PlayStation store because they were having a PlayStation sale or whatever, and I saw that they had the Hitman 3 for like $30. And I was like, fuck it, I've been waiting on a sale for that. So I scooped up Hitman 3, and then
I thought you already had that game.
No, not the third one.
Oh, that's no, okay. No.
I had the other Hitmans,
Yeah.
but not the third one. So I started downloading Hitman 3, and I was like, I know you can play it in VR, so I hooked up my VR headset, and I was like waiting for it to download, and I started playing the Paper Beast demo because I had that downloaded, and I was just like, fuck it, And it's pretty good, actually. Like, something about it's weird because the demo is just this gigantic fucking paper monster like walking around, and you're like following him through a desert, and like there's all kinds of little like paper deer things and like paper coyotes that are like killing the deer, and
What
like
the fuck?
you can like pick the animals up and like throw them, and you can like throw bones to them and shit. It's like a weird interactive, like almost like a movie
This
or
is in VR?
experience. Yeah, this is in VR. And it was really strange, but also really intriguing. Like, I finished the demo, and I had no idea what the fuck was going on, but it was like, I definitely wanted to play the rest of the game. You know what I mean?
Sounds like a acid trip game.
It was an acid trip game. If you want a good acid trip game in VR, Paper Beast is your fucking game, dude.
I could see where doing acid and VR together could be horrifying.
Yeah.
Like,
or the best thing
or
ever.
the best
Oh,
thing.
yeah.
Just depends on the game. Like, you accidentally pick the worst possible
Yeah.
game.
Don't play any scary games. That
Oh
might
my
be
God.
fucking terrifying.
That'd be horrible. Like give somebody a fucking heart attack.
You need something fun and like lighthearted.
Yeah, dude. Just go on an experience, bro. Like do the like go to space thing. Like, oh my gosh, there's so many cool things that could happen in the future. Whenever LSD is legal for everyone. No, but
anyway, so Hitman 3 finally got done downloading, and I booted it up in VR, and I gotta say, it's one of the best VR games I've ever played. Like, it is so fucking good. Like, if you have played Hitman 1 or 2, you know exactly what to expect from the third game. It is basically 1 and 2. Like, it is just, it's the same game as 1 and 2.
yeah,
just
just
with
new
more
levels and
yeah.
stuff.
So it's like, you're not doing anything new. You're not reinventing the wheel or anything. But, like, I really like Hitman 1 and 2. So I'm not mad about that. You know what I mean? And, like, in VR, it's, like, perfect. And so the only problem with the game... The only problem with the game is the hardware's limitations, I feel like, because I'm on an original PS4. Okay, I'm not even on a PS4 Pro. You know what I mean? And to keep the game running at like a steady 60 frames per second on the VR headset, it's got to do some kind of like adaptive resolution thing.
Yeah, like a downgrade.
Yeah, so like when you're outdoors in the game, everything's all muddy and it's like you it looks like you just like have really bad vision. Like anything that's not like 2 feet in front of your face is like just totally blurry.
Forgot to put your glasses
Yeah,
on.
that's exactly what it feels like. But then when you're indoors, it's like one of the best looking VR games I've ever seen. You know what I mean? Like the textures are all shiny and beautiful, and it's like it's all about like what level you're at and like where you're at in the level. You know what I mean? Because like sometimes you're playing it and you're like, damn, this is like the best looking fucking game I've ever seen. You know what I mean? And sometimes you're just like, wow, this is like fucking ass. You know what I mean? But at the same time, it's like the good vastly outweighs the bad. Like the times when it's like when the hardware limitations really show their face the most is like when you're in like there's a one level at the end, like the second to last level, you're outdoors in like a vineyard, and that one was just real muddy when you're outside. And then there was one where you're like, oh, I can't even remember. But then some of them are great. Like there's one where you're on a train and you're like fighting your way stealthily through the train and like climbing on top of the train and shit, and it's just so dope in VR. Like climbing on top of that train with all the fucking snow blowing in your face and shit, and like, ah man, it's so good, dude. So like I played through Hitman 3 in VR, and I was like, dude, that was so fucking fun. And I was like, I gotta play, because it lets you play Hitman 1 and 2 in VR also, if you have them. And I thought I had Hitman 2, but apparently I didn't. I had the disc back in the day, and I sold it. So I went on the sale to see if the other games were still on sale. Hitman 2 Deluxe Edition, which goes for $99, was on sale for $20. So I was like, fuck yeah, I'll buy that again just so I can play through it again in VR, because it was just that good. You know what I mean?
Now, is this the old Hitman done in VR, or is this the
so,
new reboot?
Since the new reboot, like
okay, I didn't realize there was a third.
They made 3. Yeah, it just came out. It's so good, dude. Like, so I've started playing Hitman 2 in VR, and then when I get paid, I'll probably get Hitman 1 and play it in VR, because like honestly, it's so much fun, dude.
So
like,
how are you playing this with VR controllers?
Okay, it's
or just
weird. That's
controller?
one of the things about the game that's a little strange how they did it. Like it's played with a normal like DualShock 4 PlayStation controller, but it still uses like motion controls. So like if you're gonna knock somebody out, you like take the controller and you hold the right trigger and you just punch somebody in the fucking face with your controller. Or like if you're gonna shoot a gun, you hold the controller on the right side of the PlayStation controller like a gun and shoot it. And it feels like it feels like a normal VR thing at that point.
It's so weird.
It's so good, dude. Like, I can't express enough how well Hitman translates to VR. And if you were to make, like, a VR mode for PC, it would be over, dude. Like, it's so good on
VR gaming would be over.
I'm serious, dude. Like,
that's it?
That's all
We're
you
done.
need,
This
dude.
is the best.
It's top 10 VR games I've ever played.
Yeah, I'm tired of PlayStation getting these amazing VR games and
on their subpar headset.
Yeah, without being able, like, no power.
And see, that's the problem.
But
It's not even the headset that's the problem here. It's the PlayStation
console
itself, you know? Because I think if you were to hook this up through a PS5 even, you'd have a much better, like, draw distance and stuff. And, like, I just wish it was on PC. Like,
yeah,
you
me
know?
too.
But at the same time, I'm still going to play the shit out of it. Do you have a PlayStation, Devin?
I don't have a PSVR.
You can borrow my PSVR. That's not the issue.
I might take you up on it.
Do you
I have a PlayStation Pro.
You have a Pro?
Yeah.
Oh, good. I was about to say, because if you have a Pro even, it's supposed to be, like, significantly better than the experience I'm having. And the experience I'm having is fucking amazing right now.
Yeah.
Like, it's so dope when you're, like, try to get somebody, like, to follow you into a room, and then you, like, have to, like, strangle them. You're, like, holding the controller like this and, like, shaking their fucking neck, dude. It's so good. Like, I can't express enough how good it is. I'll say it one more time. It's just, like, okay, there's a lot of games that try to implement VR into an already good, like, non-VR game, like Borderlands or Skyrim, and most of the time it just makes the game end up feeling tedious. You know what I mean? Like, especially Skyrim. Like, going through your menus and shit, it's at the end of the day, it's, like, more fun to play it flat. This is one of those instances that's just not the case. Like this and Resident Evil 7 are the like two games that I think have like been transitioned to VR and have actually made them like significantly better. Like, anyways, I'll shut up now. But like something about like just like leaning around a wall and like shooting your target and then like leaning back. You know, it's like just you can't do that when you're not. You know what I mean? Like I don't know.
You
so
can,
good.
but you'll go to prison.
No, I remembered the one game that I couldn't remember earlier, and it's actually kind of a little significant. There's a free multiplayer game. It's very crude, very.
Oh, is it the ape game?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, I do want to try that game.
I want to try Ape Tag really bad, dude.
I've seen a lot of videos on that, but no, it's a game that's done in Unreal Engine 5, and it's a free. It's a shooter. It's called
VR?
No.
Oh.
No, it's called Low Light Combat. And I downloaded it. I just wanted to see something in Unreal 5 for the first time, and it looked like the graphics look really good. The game and how the game plays is, in my opinion, shit. But it was really cool to actually go in there. What it is it's just a little mini shooter on one map, but there's a light cycle. You're on a asteroid or a planet or something, or a moon or something, and the sun will go overhead every now and then. And it's based around these like light guns that you're shooting at each other. And so the light effects, whenever it's dark and you shoot these laser light guns that go, like there's all these different particles that go everywhere. That shit looks amazing.
It's free?
I couldn't kill anybody to save my life. So I was just running around just shooting the different weapons and abilities and stuff. And you got one that's like a light shotgun, and it shoots out these super vibrant particles that go everywhere. And the map like lights up accordingly. Like the Unreal Engine 5 is going to be insane when.
What's this called? I totally wanted to get this one.
Low Light Combat, I think.
And it's free to play?
Yeah, free.
Oh,
Free, it's on Steam. And I pumped it up to 4K and was getting pretty solid frames out of it.
Cool.
Imagine if you had more transistors, though, and you had a 30 series, dude.
Imagine if we didn't have a semiconductor.
Yeah.
Semiconductor.
That's what we're missing, not transistors. My bad.
Wow, Jamal, you're the tech guy.
Wow,
too,
gosh. You know what? I quit.
The computer.
I quit gaming. No. But yeah, that's it for currently playing. If you guys want to let us know what you've been playing, drop it in the Twitch or the YouTube or the Facebook chat, just all the chats. Just drop them in there. We'll see it, and we'll talk with you about it and shout it out. So we're going to jump on over to the topic of the show. Today's topic of the show is most frustrating games, brought to you by Devin. This was his topic here.
Hey,
Good call on
I
it.
did something. No.
Yeah. Good job, Devin. Yeah. So yeah, we're just bringing our picks for the most frustrating. GameSpeak dog is like literally just lifting the green screen.
Oh, dude! Before we get into that, I gotta tell you, I'm sorry. I just remembered there is a hilarious Easter egg that you would totally appreciate in Hitman 3. There's like an arcade in the Hong Kong level, and one of the arcade machines is a Freedom Fighters fucking arcade machine, and it's got the logo from the Freedom Fighters game.
Wait, and this is in what now?
Hitman 3.
Oh yeah, because it's made by the same people.
Yeah,
man,
they have lots of little fun Easter eggs. Another one I found is like if you're in the game and you stand on the little scale in the game and you like look down in VR at the scale, his weight will go up to 47 because it's
that's
age
hilarious.
47.
That really makes me sad. It's cool that there's a Easter egg for it, but
sounds pretty
still
malnourished.
Right.
So let's do our most frustrating games. Who wants to start it out? Got 5 of them bad boys.
I'll go some of them. Yeah,
I'll go 5 too.
Y'all started out because I got more than y'all. So,
but then you would start.
Wait, wouldn't it be better for y'all to start so I don't accidentally call out one of y'all's?
I don't.
Well, are you only gonna do 5 of them? Or
no, y'all. I'm gonna do 5. So y'all go first. That way.
Okay, gotcha.
If I accidentally do one of y'all's, or y'all won't do one of mine, then I'll have extras.
My number 5 is The Lion King for the Super Nintendo.
God damn it.
See, there you go. I got that one on there.
Yeah, that's on mine too.
It's one of the most frustrating games ever made.
Incredibly, I think we can all agree.
Yeah,
it's on all of our lists.
I can't remember getting past the giraffes.
That's where I always got to.
That's the hard part.
I wanna be a mighty
and
king.
at least it's the fucking tone. Like that's one of the most frustrating things because the first 3 or 4 times you do it, you're like do 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 do, and then by the time you're like,
it induces rage now. I could hear like 3 seconds of that music, and I'll just be like mad. I'm
The
like,
original Dark Souls, dude. I was ready for New Game Plus, bro.
Oh, shit.
But yeah, that's frustrating. Okay,
Yeah, extremely.
So my number 5 is going to be Destiny.
Destiny? How's
Destiny-
that most frustrating?
Well, so
You gotta have a good
the
team.
raids, yeah. If you don't have a
Ah.
good team for the raids, and you spend fucking hours getting up to a certain point, and then the team either, maybe somebody quits, or you just have some, derpy teammates that just barely got to that point, and then you just get stuck on a boss after putting like an hour and a half into this raid, and you can't beat it, and then you have to call it a night. Like, there's lots of times that happened.
That's
and
so
it was-
frustrating.
It was extremely frustrating because it was shit that, it's like, if we just chill the fuck out, coordinate, and all work together and get the shit done, we can get past it. But no,
You got
spend
Leroy
40
Jenkins over here.
you spend
fucking-
45, or just somebody who's like, just can't get the mechanic or some kind of shit. And so you spend 45 minutes after you already spent an hour going through the early
Oi.
parts of the raid.
How do you shoot this gun? No.
I mean, granted, some of the mechanics were difficult and complicated, but
No,
know,
you're
fuck.
right.
Don't
Some
make
of
it
those
that far in
bosses
the
were
raid.
ridiculous.
yeah, there was, especially in Destiny 1. I can't really say the same for Destiny 2 because I haven't
There's
done
one that
that
I
many
played where
raids.
it was like a giant, and you had to like, jump on pillars or some shit and like
Yes.
shoot him from different
the
angles.
Taken King. You had to.
That shit
well,
was hard.
So
dog.
yeah, while 2 players were jumping on platforms, other 2 players had to be going after these one specific ads, while another 2 players had to like aggro the Taken King. Like, if I'm remembering that, there had to have been 4 different things happening all at once in that raid. That's mainly the one that I'm talking about, because there's also the halfway point through that raid is also there's mechanics on mechanics on mechanics that all have to be done in sync at the same time, and you also have to be good enough to like kill a bunch of fucking ads while you're doing these mechanics. Like, I miss the challenge.
Kind
of
of
it,
makes me
honestly.
want to play Destiny for some reason.
Yeah, no, I missed the challenge of it because the Destiny 1 raids were done really, really well, and I didn't play a single Destiny 2 raid that gave me that same challenge.
Dude, if I didn't have to buy so many damn expansion packs to catch up in the Destiny 2
It's
world,
on Game Pass.
it's all of the
Yeah.
expansions?
Yeah,
Well,
it's got
and-
like the light, whatever it's called, Beyond Light or
Up in-
something.
Really?
Up until the new season, I don't know if it's like seasons or what the fuck it's called now. Everything's free before it.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
So I just
Destiny-
have to buy the newest season, and then I'm good to go?
Yeah, it's like because they're doing it in like, there's like these latest 3 expansions were in like one package or whatever the fuck.
Because I don't
And-
mind buying one expansion pack,
Yeah.
I just don't want to buy that one and then I get to a point and it's like, oh, you should have bought the Taken King if you want to play
No,
this
I
part.
honestly
You know
think
what I mean?
I think it's all on Game Pass.
Well,
Then I'm cool with that
I
too.
don't
I'll
know.
play whatever on Game Pass. I'm actually waiting to renew my Game Pass until Psychonauts comes out.
I don't
but,
know. I don't know if the most recent DLC is on Game Pass.
Which one's that?
Because it's
I'd personally rather just
The-
buy it because it's gonna
or-
be forever till I get around to whatever else is in my roster anyway.
I don't
you know
remember
what
the
I mean?
name of it, but they introduced a new like stasis ability. I played. I've scratched the surface. If you get it, I'll definitely play with you.
Heard, yeah,
Um,
definitely.
But yeah, man, I tried to get back into Destiny 2 here recently, and it.
Yeah, it
It's-
says in a big move, Destiny 2 and both of its current expansions, Forsaken and Shadowkeep, are on Game Pass. So yeah, as
And
of
that's
November
all the
10th, 2020.
expansions?
Yeah, it's got Beyond Light. The next expansion that was coming out was Beyond Light. Will also come to Xbox Game Pass on day 1, November 10th.
Cool.
Oh shit.
Well, I'll fucking fuck around with that.
Is it on PC though?
I don't know about that.
Yeah, because I didn't see Destiny on Game Pass PC.
It might not.
So
be
that's
on
why I bought it.
PC.
I caught it on a pretty good sale.
I know
which
it's
it's still on a good sale right now. Actually, if I'm not mistaken.
Destiny.
Yeah, Destiny, the latest
Expansion?
Beyond Light has been on a sale for.
I'd rather
a
just
hot
own
minute.
it anyways. So yeah, I might do that.
And I bought it on Steam, so if I don't know the cross playability with it.
I think if it's on PC, it shouldn't matter. You know what I mean? I think it all goes back to their servers at their.
Oh yeah,
you know
no,
what
I just
mean?
meant like if you were to get it on PlayStation or something for some reason.
Oh no, yeah, I'm all PC unless it's like
Yeah, it's not going to be on PC.
Okay,
No,
But yeah, lots of frustration with Destiny in the past of just having to literally spending a whole hour on one boss in a raid and then just calling it a night because we were either at each other's throats or we had to kick the fucking potato that wasn't doing anything and try to fill a spot and just all that shit.
Yeah, that sounds fun. We should get in on
All right, Brent, what you got?
Frustration. Yeah, that sounds fun.
that. All right. My next one is, honestly, wouldn't be the same without the frustration it induces. Fire Emblem. I feel like it's part of the fun of the game is to like build a relationship with these characters, and then like 5 hours into your game, they just die and never come back, and you're like, fuck. You spend the whole rest of the game thinking I should have gone left when I went right, and like now fucking Sammy the Archer is dead, and there's nothing I can fucking do about it, and he was all the way leveled up to like Master Archer, and fucking. Oh, dude, the heartbreak that comes with losing a character in Fire Emblem is unrivaled, dude. Like, and so frustrating because, like, you made that commitment at the beginning of the game. You knew what you were getting yourself into whenever you click the fucking permadeath button, but there's no other way to play Fire Emblem. If you're not fucking playing Fire Emblem with permadeath, then, like, what are you doing? You know what I mean?
Gatekeeper Brent.
I'm sorry, but like that's the point. You
Well,
know?
Get good, bro.
Keep your frat boy mentality away from that.
So my next one
shit.
is Max Payne, the Bloodline level, like where
Oh,
you're just
yeah.
like running around like in the dark on the Bloodlines. This has always been just a point of frustration for me. Even whenever I went back and played it recently to like just play through it, and it was a lot easier, the game as a whole, but that part was still fucking annoying. Like
There's some hard parts in Max Payne and Max Payne 2 that are just really hard.
it's like, why? And like I thought it was just because I was a little kid or something.
No,
but
I feel like I was better at Max Payne when I was a kid. I don't know.
Yeah, because we were closer to the Matrix, so we understood more. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
But anyways, yeah. So that's mine. I don't know if you're aware of that part, Devin.
No, I don't think I played the first I played the Max Payne that was on.
You should explain it for our
Yeah,
listeners
you
and
get
for Devin.
in this part of the Max Payne level, you get drugged by this lady, and you wake up in this like dream hallucination thing where everything's black, but then there's like a trail of blood, which is like a really thin line, and you have to walk across this thin line. Otherwise, if you fall and die. And so like you walk across this in pitch dark, you don't know where to go, and there's like you have to jump from bloodline to bloodline. And if you jump to one and it's the wrong one, it's really hard to get back up to the right one and all this shit. And the whole time you hear your dead baby crying in the background. It's just a lot of frustration going on. I'm just under a lot of stress right now.
Did you see the Max Payne 20th anniversary thing they did where Sam Lake put on the Max Payne coat and fucking...
Oh, yeah, dude.
That was great.
It was very cool. He still looks...
He looked just
young.
like it. Yeah, he's looking good.
Yeah. Devin? Oh, no,
it
he
me?
just... Brent just went. It's you, Devin.
Yeah, I think it's...
No, because I was talking about Destiny, and then you talked about
What else have you talked about other than Destiny?
No, never mind.
Yeah.
You so because you took my never mind. That's not the next one. The next one's Population 1.
Oh,
So I felt the need to throw in a VR game, and
see, I'm really good at Population 1.
The only one that I could think of.
The
that
only shooter I'm actually good at.
This game frustrates the fucking piss out of me. It was almost. It could almost go for number one. I don't know what it is. I'm great at shooting games in VR. Any other shooting game I excel at, but not fucking Population 1. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's just something. There's something different about it from other shooting games that I can't aim. It's not intuitive aiming or something.
I don't know, man. I like Population 1. I just get it. It clicks with me.
I don't
You
know.
know what I mean? Like,
Fucking gatekeeper Brent over
I'm
here.
not gatekeeping, man. I'm just saying that I don't understand how you're so good at like contractors and stuff, because like I get like one shot killed every time I play that game, but like Population 1, I'm like flying all over the place, busting through windows, knocking heads in. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Meanwhile, Devin's back there lollygagging. Now,
no, I'm just. That game makes me. You ask Brent. Like Brent's been playing. I'm like, dude, fuck this game. I'm like dead most of the time. I can never get kills in it. But then I play contractors and I'm popping headshot, like just quick scope headshotting everybody, or Pavlov, or any other shooting game. Like I'm like spot on with all the guns in any other VR game except for Population 1.
I don't know why. Every time you guys say Pavlov, I think of like a nice sub sandwich. Like it just sounds like a sub sandwich.
Yeah, that's weird.
Like
Never-
Pavlov.
I think of like a dog.
Really?
Yeah,
Like a
Pavlov.
like Pavlov's dog.
who's
Yeah.
Pavlov?
Pavlov is like the way to train and like
Pavlov was like a
no,
dude
what's
back in the
the-
day who like did science experiments on this dog. It's like I can't remember what exactly he did, but like he
it's like habit.
yeah, it was like a habit thing. Like he would,
Every time there was a bell rung or something.
Yeah.
Oh, his name was Pavlov?
Yeah,
I did
dog.
not know
Yeah.
this. I just like it,
Pavlov's law.
I think of like a type of like
something like
salami or something. Like I don't know why. Like on a sub sandwich. Like, I don't know why.
Oh,
yeah, I,
jeez.
don't, I think Russian.
Game Speak
I think
Science
for some reason
Cast.
when I hear Pavlov, I think Russian or Pavlov's law, right? I'm looking it up.
Pavlov's dog.
Yeah. Brent, what's your next game?
Okay. My next one is gonna be F-Zero.
game sucks.
Any F-Zero game.
It doesn't suck. It's a good game. But
They're
it
so
sucks.
hard,
Yeah.
dude. Like you go fast as fuck, and like
What?
you're crashing into walls, and
You die.
that's all there is to it, man.
All F-Zero is fast, crash, die. That's me. I've never beaten I don't think I've ever gotten past like the second level on an F-Zero game.
I got pretty far in the Game Boy Advance one back in the day.
That's the one I had.
That shit was hard, dude.
And the GameCube one, and I sucked at that one too.
Oh, the GameCube one was just fucking unreasonable. Some of those people on Twitch are like really good at that shit, and they like break the game and just going like 1,000,000 miles an hour. Like
Man.
that's seriously
So-
a fun game to watch on Twitch.
Yeah.
It is Pavlov's law, and then it was he conducted the experiments and figured it out with his dog.
Oh, good.
Okay. There's
wasn't
no,
like
no
bad-
salami though.
It wasn't like bad. and it was like bad experience, just like subliminal training, and they've even got it to work with people.
Yeah, you just ring a bell and then they come eat. Right. That's what the experiment was. So what is happening? I don't know what Pavlov is. I'm gonna have to look this
I'm
up.
doing it to you right now, Jamal.
I feel like it's
No,
happening.
so
It's like
an
in The
exam-
Office where he rings the bell and Dwight eats the mints. Or
Yeah,
Yeah.
that okay. I know
Yeah,
exactly what you're talking
yeah, and
about.
so and then he got it to the point
You
where
associate it with a sound. You associate a certain action with
That's
a
not
sound.
the only thing that he
Yeah.
did experiments on. That was just one of many
Gotcha.
various experiments.
All including a bell
concerning-
and his dog.
Well, no.
Okay.
So Pavlov found that for associations to be made, the two stimuli had to be presented close together in time, such as a bell. He called this the law of temporal
Contingency?
tingid. Oh fuck,
I don't even know what that word is. Contiguity?
contiguity. What
Conti-
is all? We're learning
Yeah, we're
so many new
learning.
words today.
But
but
yeah, that's like where it's like, every time, so that's why whenever he heard that bell go off, he puts his hand out expecting the mint or whatever,
Yeah.
and he's like,
Yeah.
what are you doing? He's like, oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
But
Yep.
anyways, okay, so next one, Overcooked. Overcooked is one of the most frustrating
Oh,
games,
yeah.
especially whenever you're playing with others, and you guys are just
And they
trying to
suck.
yes, you're just trying to have a good old time of winning, and and they're just not up to par in the kitchen. You know what I'm saying? It's tough whenever you're a chef. And you're out here and you're just frying some fish, some cod or whatever, and some fries, and then you got your person that's supposed to be
I
there.
was just about to say, Alana loves the fuck out of this game. She plays it a lot.
Overcooked is great. Overcooked is awesome. I love the game. I like playing it solo though, which sucks because it's not a solo game.
It's kind of like Mario Party. It's awesome when it's awesome, and then whenever you're getting fucked,
You hate
you're
it.
getting fucked.
Well, most of the
you know?
times she's streamed it a couple times, and it's just all screaming. I don't.
It's always
What?
screaming. Yeah.
It's
But
just
it's
hectic
either
yelling.
screaming yeah, or it's screaming no, fucking go over here. Everybody's just yelling at each other, whether it's good or bad.
Man, I've gotten both Overcooked games for free from the Epic Game Store fucking over the course of the past year.
Nice.
Just throwing that out there.
Like that. I got mine on Switch. You're not getting anything for free on Switch. They don't give a fuck about us. But yeah, it's really fun though. If you haven't played it, Devin, it is chaos.
I just
Wow.
gotta get a Switch, man. There's so much that I need to play.
You can play it on PC, dude.
Oh really?
You don't need no Switch.
Well, I've seen that game.
It's on everything.
I'll give it a try.
All right, Devin, what you got?
So, or is it?
no, it's you.
Okay. Why am I getting? I can't keep up with the order at all today. So my next one was Lion King, but since we already talked about that one, I'm gonna fill in with GTA Online.
Is that
Okay.
really frustrating?
No, well,
Oh,
it can be
It's incredibly frustrating.
because if you're
when
just
you're just chilling and somebody rolls up and just
on one of
dome
the,
shots you,
or-
and then you're fucking like you respawn, and then they roll around the corner and dome shot you, and then you like respawn across the map, and you see their little dot flying across the map towards you.
How do
and
they
you're like,
know where
fuck,
you're at?
because you have a little dot and they have a little dot,
And you can see
on
them in the map,
and
yeah,
you can see,
unless
and
you go
like you
invisible.
know they're coming to dome shot you, so you try to run, and eventually you just like a rocket comes out of nowhere.
Why
See,
are they
fucking-
so good
that's
at
if
dome
that's
shot,
if you're
dude?
not
That's
that's
just
if
what
you're
they
not
do.
good. If no, the real fucking trolls are those little bastards on those fucking flying bikes. The Mark II MK2s or something. Everybody that plays GTA Online knows about these and absolutely fucking hates them. They're flying bikes with rockets. and
What a dick.
people abuse the shit out of them. They're damn near impossible to take down. And people just fly around, and you can just be chilling unless you're in like passive mode, which nobody goes in passive mode hardly. You will just be like cruising your car, like having a good day, and then like done, killed. And then exactly like Brent said, you will respawn, and they will fly to you faster than you can move to get a vehicle
Oh,
or even
that's the
try
worst.
to get out of the.
What's the
out of
point of getting killed in that though?
So it's-
like,
so
what do
peop-
you lose? What do you gain?
So you don't.
Nothing
You just
really.
lose time and the ability to do what the fuck you want because you have this 10-year-old kid who bought a bunch of shark cards and bought this
Fucking
grief.
flying bazooka. Like
It's just griefing, and unless you go to like a private game session or whatnot, you almost always deal with somebody in a lobby with those.
Alana says you are a bully on GTA. Is this the truth, Devin?
No, she's just bad.
Dude, you sound like a bully in real life.
Lana spawns, Devin rolls around the corner in his flying fucking scooter and just blows her up.
But yeah, it like as whenever whenever jets got introduced to GTA Online, and especially when the flying bikes got introduced, like it's just primarily that people just griefing, and you can never just chill and do what the fuck you want.
Gotcha.
So
Brent.
Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna go with Call of Duty Warzone because honestly, the game fucking pisses me the fuck off. That's
Why?
exactly how I feel about Devin with fucking Population 1, dude. I can't fucking get kills. I suck ass. I'm just really bad. Like, generally speaking, I'm just, like, really bad at that game. You know?
I will say that like it's been getting increasingly frustrating with hackers and
Oh.
stuff. But
Warzone's my number one.
yeah, but it's like one of those things where like playing solo Warzone is interesting because it's a whole different game. It's like a horror game. Like all it is jump scares because everybody
Yeah.
just camps. Like you'll just like walk in a building and not realize that someone is literally right there. Like they're just like under something and they just pop out and you're like, oh, like, you know, but you're dead already by the time you realize that
You
somebody
could go
was just
an
camping.
entire match without seeing a single fucking
Yep.
person, and then it'll be like the 500th house that you've been through, and there's somebody sitting in a fucking corner with a shotgun.
Just floating.
And
like,
then if it's not that, you're getting sniped through a wall by a guy that's 400 yards away that has wall hacks and fucking other whatever fucking hacks on. Like,
though, we still get dubs. Even with the hackers. So I don't know what the dealio is.
I'm glad you
we're
guys
just good.
get dubs.
Yeah. But
I do not get dubs.
continue your frustration.
sorry, yeah.
We're pulling the gatekeeping. It's just like, you know, Brent, if you were good though, it wouldn't be that frustrating. No, I'm just kidding. No, it's still frustrating even whenever you're okay.
Even when you're a master.
yeah,
like
even when you're
me.
decent. Even whenever you're like okay and like getting like 3 or 4 kills a match or whatever. It's still trash sometimes. So I feel that. Okay, my next one is another specific part in a game. Mario Kart. Whenever you are first and it's like the last lap, and for whatever reason the AI decides that ain't happening,
Boosh.
and you get hit by one thing, just one thing, but then suddenly you're hit by 10 other things in a row. Like it's not just like it's like you've been playing, you know, it's taken forever to get to this round. You're like finally in the third lap, you're like, dude, I'm going to finish the circuit. I'm going to fucking win this shit. you know, I'm all about getting like the gold and everything. You know what I'm saying? And then boom, just get crushed like constantly by it. Like, so it's just like it hits you with the turtle shell, then a blue turtle shell or no, you get hit with the blue turtle shell first, and then a fucking red one comes right as you're about to start driving again, and then a guy bumps into you and hits you into a fucking banana or something. It's just like
every time, dude.
it's so frustrating. Like that's one of the only games I've ever thrown.
And I'm
my
always
controller
Toad,
with.
so it's always like wow, 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 wow.
Can't beat
Damn.
the computers.
Alana's talking shit. Not all of us are fucking
Look.
state champions in a video game.
Is she a state champion?
Yes,
for
the Ohio state right? Ohio state champion in Mario Kart.
for Mario Kart?
Yeah, she's
the hell?
she's crazy.
I will admit I'm not the best at Mario Kart, but I feel like I'm decent. Like I play on
I don't
the
care
200
how
cc.
good you are, dude. You can't just stop the blue shell
Yeah.
barrage.
Well,
you know what I'm saying? Unless
she's
you just
probably got away. I don't fucking.
She's hacking, bro. She's hacking.
Hacks.
hacker.
Uh,
All
and then-
hacks.
Byram says, or Tyretus says, Sekiro was mine when it came out. Couldn't beat the bull boss.
Oh, the bull boss. Actually, the bull boss was, for some reason, I managed to beat the bull boss kind of easily, but the fucking last boss in Sekiro took me like 3 or 4 days of like 3-hour play sessions to like beat. It was really, really hard. Like,
Really?
yeah, like I don't know why I didn't give up, but like he has like 4 life bars, dude. Like you have to fucking death blow him like 4 times, the final boss. It's so hard, dude. Like
You got to do what to him?
like
You gotta
okay,
blow him
Nah.
hard.
you assholes. Yeah, no. But
It got
Sekiro
so
is
bad he resulted to that.
Sekiro is definitely on my list for sure.
I got to get back into that and try it out. I
It's
hear it's
so
all
good.
about parrying though. Like from what I've been reading,
Mhm.
it's like if you get the parry like locked on, you can.
It's about
beat it.
counters and parries, you know? It's more about counters and parries than rolly dodges, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
You can dodge, but it's not, you know.
it's not the same.
I mean, you're going to need to dodge too. You got to kind of just be good at everything with Sekiro cuz you don't have like a weapon choice or anything. You just have to master what they give you, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah. Alana
So-
says
no, Ryan Fortson says Mario Kart
Ryan.
Mondays need to be a thing.
that would be tight. Actually, I'm down for Mario Kart Mondays. Like maybe like right before the show, we just run through a match, get totally blitzed, and then go into the show.
Yeah.
So- I don't know that I ever partook with the drinking game. We made a drinking game out of Mario Kart.
Oh, we did.
Oh,
that.
it was like whenever you did a round, whenever you made a lap, I think you had to chug a beer, right? Or something.
I don't know.
We played a Mario Party.
I was going to say
drinking
we did a
game.
Mario Party drinking
What-
game that was a lot of fun.
It was like every time Toad did the Toad noise or something, or what was it?
It was like if you get a star, everybody has to drink.
yeah,
or
except for
if
you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if you like stuff like that. Like we got fucked up from the stars exchanging, and like if you get a certain amount of coins, you win a mini game. There's all kinds of things like you had to drink from.
That was
like,
fun as shit.
It
too.
was really fun. Like we got hammered and like it's a good time. It's like King's Cup or something. It's like a fun activity that constantly kept you drinking. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's a lot of good Mario games that translate as drinking.
Yes, so you have to. Yeah, Ryan said you have to drink a whole beer before the race ends, but you can't drink and drive. So
So you gotta like park the car. And
yeah,
so if you get to the end, you gotta just sit there and finish your beer.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
fun.
It
That's
was-
actually a
yeah.
good idea.
it was really fun. I remember it now. I don't remember a lot from
I
college.
would really like to do that. That sounds like a good time.
Dude, that is a really good idea.
Yeah, sometimes you would just do the whole race and then you'd stop and just like shotgun a whole beer at the
Or
end.
do like a couple, do like 3 or 4 circuits, and every time you're not first, you have to take a shot. You know, like, and people would just die. Shots when you get hit if you want to make it interesting.
Oh god.
Oh God! Like anytime you get hit by anything.
After one race, you're just floored.
It just starts slowing
like a
down.
kazoo. Just
Wake up in the hospital. All right. Okay, so
it's my turn.
It's Devin. Yeah.
Motherfucking Dark Souls.
Oh yeah.
Dark Souls is my number one. Yeah. So it's only frustrating, not in the way that the game is hard, but it's frustrating when it doesn't tell you what the fuck you're supposed to do. Like, which I get is the whole point, but there's some things where I'm like, how did anybody ever figure this out? Like, how? Like, how did somebody figure out that there was a secret, like, wall here? And before that, like, you can't just go in order. You can't beat this boss, this boss, this boss, and just go all the way to the end. You have to beat this boss, skip this boss, go over here, then come back to this boss after 2 other bosses. Like, there's only, like, you have to do it in a specific order, or it'll just cut out half of the game. Like,
because people tried and tried and tried until it finally just worked.
How do you just know? How do you know you missed stuff? How do you know that you missed something? Like, because the game will just end and you're like, oh, well, I guess I beat the game. You know, it's like, or there's like certain things that you can do that you don't have to do, but it gives you something that's super important. And if you don't do it and like you miss it, you don't have a chance to get it again until New Game Plus. Like, it's just gone out of the game. That stuff bothers me. But
yeah, you know, it's the same with Sekiro too, and Sekiro is frustratingly hard. Like, it's really, really hard. Like, and also it's got all that bullshit too. Like, it doesn't tell you what's going on. There's multiple ways to end the game at multiple points in the game. You know what I mean? There's areas you can go in that will just fuck you up if you're not ready, and you can go in them whenever you want. You know what I mean? There's like gourd seeds you can miss, which are Sekiro's equivalent of Estus flasks, you know what I mean? Which is like super important. If you don't have enough gourd seeds, you're fucked. Just like the Estus flask.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
oh, dude, yeah, there was a part like halfway through the game, or like I got to like Pontiff, or like one of the really hard bosses in Dark Souls 3, and they were like, dude, you only have like 8 Estus flasks. You're supposed to have like 15 or something by now. And I was like, are you kidding me? Like, yeah, they're like, dude, you need to look up a guide on where they're at and go back and get them all.
Right,
so I had to go back and find them all, like in the places I had already gone and like beat or whatever. And they were just in places you would never expect.
yeah.
Ryan said Dark Souls is one of those games that are 100% or you're going to give up. I was one of those give up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I put like 3 or 4 hours into it. I tried, and I didn't look up anything, but I tried to just find my way.
You
and
can't.
like you said,
It's impossible.
Yeah, I could not. I kept getting my ass kicked by the most mundane fucking monsters just walking around, not even bosses, and I was just like,
That's the problem with like Soulsborne games and Sekiro and stuff, is that there is no like mundane monsters. Like, even the like most mundane monster. Well, okay, there's like little skeletons every now and then.
But
like,
yeah, by mundane I mean like not even close to bosses were whooping my ass.
Like, you gotta kind of learn how every enemy works to like get around them in games like that. You know what I mean?
They all
like,
have their specific way that they attack you, or like a specific mechanic, which makes it cool. It makes even the most mundane in look be just as difficult as some of the like, you know, bigger enemies.
Yeah.
But like I don't know. Like now, like I could show you where everything's at. Like if you wanted to play, I know where everything's at after that one playthrough, because you have to get so thorough that you just memorize everything. It's weird. Like I could run through from front to end and like show you which boss you got to fight next and do all this and stuff. Like,
I don't think I could do that for Sekiro anymore. There was a point when I was so into it that I could tell you like everything you had to do from beginning to end, but it's been so long, I don't think I remember. It was like that with Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order too. I fucking beat the shit out of that game, dude. I was so into that, man. Like, that was such a good game. Like, if you're into Sekiro, or really if you're into Sekiro, check out fucking Jedi Fallen Order.
If you like Star Wars.
It's almost the same game with a lightsaber. Like,
yeah. I didn't really like, now that I've played Sekiro and or like a little bit of Sekiro and I played Dark Souls, Jedi Fallen Order just seems a little empty to me, like in the way that it's set up. Like, I don't know.
I felt like Jedi Fallen Order was really well done, personally. You know what I mean? I liked it a lot. I liked adventuring around the levels, and I liked the graphics, and I like everything about Jedi Fallen Order.
I did like the world and stuff. Like, it looked good. I just mean it felt empty in like the difficulty and like what you were trying to accomplish.
That
like,
shit was hard as fuck, dude. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, to me, it was just as hard as any Souls game if you're playing on the hardest difficulty. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Devin. Who says
So,
this? Is this?
I'm pretty sure that's. I'm almost positive it's Ryan. He says one of his most frustrating games is The Show 21. The RNG on how hits play out is fucking tragic.
Really, I haven't tried the I haven't played any baseball games since like fucking.
MLB Slugfest.
Not even that. There was one I played on Xbox 360 or Xbox One, but it was like RBI baseball or something. It wasn't like it was like cartoony, but it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I wonder what he means by the RNG on how hits play out. Like, it's like you hit it and it could just like go straight into the ground or
random
like
direction, right?
fly into space.
So wait, there's not like a real physics-based thing about how you hit it and where it goes. Like it's just random, or like.
Slugfest needs to come back. Yes, it
Dude,
does.
Slugfest was the best. All those games.
Midway,
Blitz was
dude.
the best, dude. Fucking.
That's one our next topic
NBA
should be,
Jam.
dude. Our next topic should be genres that need to come back or whatever. Like genres that don't exist. Like that was a genre in itself. Like sports, like
Or like just
combat
franchises
games.
that need to come back because
We already did franchises though. That we did that like 2 or 3 months ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's all I'll say. If we did genres, like think
But
about.
I feel like. You know, wacky sports is the only genre I can think of that really went away that I want to come back.
Nah,
you know,
there's plenty of. I got some on my dome right now. I don't want to say them now though, because we might do it later at some point. But I got some other ones that I'm thinking of in my head. I'm like, damn, that doesn't exist anymore. Like that type of game that we used to play a lot. But still, though, like, what happened to that? What happened to Slugfest and all those things?
What was it? NFL Street?
yeah, NFL Street was tight. NFL, man, there was another one too. Like NBA Jam was also really good, where they fucking heads would catch on fire and they'd slam the glass and shit.
Which one was that?
It was just the basketball version of all
NBA
those
Street.
games.
Yeah,
It was NBA Jam, right? Or was it?
No, NBA Jam was the Super Nintendo game. NBA.
It was still a Midway game though, right? Like,
no.
are you sure?
Yeah, Midway didn't make a basketball one, did they?
I'm pretty sure.
Because I know NFL Street was a EA game. That wasn't a Midway game.
Yeah, it was NBA Jam. It was a Midway game, dude.
Was it really?
Yeah.
But that's like that's the Super Nintendo one.
Midway.
It's an arcade game back in the day. It was.
Yeah.
But it was OG. It played like all the other Midway games. You know what I mean? Like.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I forgot that Midway did that. I thought it was Acclaim. What? It's so weird. But so yeah, that game. That NBA Street though, or not NBA Street, NFL Street or whatever that was EA. Surprisingly, Midway was.
I would still put it in that same category.
Yeah, Blitz was so
Subgenre.
important.
Blitz was so good. Like, what did we play Blitz on the most? Like N64 or something? There was one Blitz that was like we played a shitload.
That
of
was
it.
on Xbox.
Oh,
OG
original Xbox.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was such a
Blitz
good
2000.
game, dude.
That's
Woo!
what it was. Yeah, Blitz 2000. Dude.
Oh man,
NFL
we had so
Gridiron?
much fun with that.
I don't remember Gridiron. But NBA.
Oh no, there was
Street.
a Blitz that came out later, like after everything, but I don't know.
That was like the one where it got all serious, where like you could do like heroin and shit. I mean, not heroin. Like
They're all just doing heroin.
not heroin. You're just doing steroids and
Holy
shit.
shit.
Do you not remember
Escalated.
that? Like,
no,
no.
not at all.
like it wasn't.
NFL Blitz.
No, it was.
They're all just fucked up on heroin.
No, it was like in the locker room you could do like steroids and shit.
Oh, I
What
like
the
that.
Yeah,
That's
it got dark, bro. It got
Oh
dark
my
whenever they
God.
got to that new Blitz, and like you could break bones and shit. Like
Oh yeah.
it got all Mortal Kombat-y. But anyways, that's. Oh wait, Brent's got one. Brent's got one last one. I forgot.
Oh yeah.
My
Let's
bad.
see. Let's see what I got here. I'll just give you all the ones I got left, which are only like 3.
Okay.
I got Battletoads, obviously.
Extremely frustrating.
Super frustrating. Cuphead, obviously, like known for being
Get
frustrating.
good, bro. Get good.
You know,
Get good.
dude,
Get good.
did you beat Cuphead?
Twice.
You beat Cuphead twice.
Twice.
You beat the whole game
Dude,
twice.
go check my gamer score. Go check my shit on Xbox.
That's extremely impressive, but that doesn't
Yeah.
make the game any less frustrating.
That was my first Dark Souls. dude.
Surely you can empathize more than anybody then.
No,
You know what I mean?
well, yeah, I mean, I think mainly because I'm just like that is one place in video games where I'm like try and fucking beat me. Not with Cuphead, but with platformers like 2D platformers,
2D
like
yeah.
like Donkey Kong, Cuphead, all that shit. Like, I can go. I'm best in state, okay, Alana? All right, I'm state champ over here.
Ryan says do it live or it doesn't count.
I just redo it. Hey, I'll redo it as long as somebody jumps
I'm
into co-op
assuming.
with me. Like,
I
it'd
mean,
be
as long
fun.
as you don't mind me losing all of the lives.
Yeah, I'd be bored to go through it again. One of the worst parts of that game though is the Dice Man, like the final boss,
That
because
whole
they're
game
so
is the worst
RNG.
part of that game, dude. Fucking
No.
every boss is so fucking hard, dude. Like, but I was also playing on a Switch, so
Alana said
Yeah.
bet. Okay, bet.
Yeah. Yeah. Wait, what's the bet? What are we
Because
betting on?
you said you were like the state champion in Cuphead or 2D
platform, 2D
Cuphead
plats.
State Champ.
I'm the
3 years running.
plat of 2D plats, dude. But anyway.
Well, I got another 2D plat for you that you probably think is easy, but the rest of us find extremely frustrating, and that is Super Meat Boy.
Oh, I never played it actually.
Maybe you should.
But that is definitely, I put the picture of the Super Meat Boy guy on our episode picture, so I knew someone was gonna pick it, but apparently that's really fucking hard.
It's pretty fucking hard, yeah. It's hard because you have to be perfect. You know what I mean? It's not like unfair or anything.
Just no room for error.
Yeah.
That's kind of like how Celeste was, but Celeste gave you the option, like if you died, you start right back where you're at. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And there was also like you could get through the levels like on an easier like path. Like you could see that there was like an easy path, but if you took the hard path, there was like a gym you could grab. And like at the end of the game, you want to try and have all the gyms, but you could skip past them and just not get them all or whatever, which I thought was pretty cool. But,
Okay.
But it made you always want to go the hard path. You know what I'm saying? You're just like, fuck that. I need
to try that out.
no bitch.
Mama ain't raised no bitch.
Yeah. But anyways, yeah. So good calls, guys, on the most frustrating games, and same to you guys out in the stream.
Other viewers watching, like, you
Yeah.
know, give us your input.
Yeah, and shout out to the show 21, which is apparently just pure RNG. Don't ever play that again. No, I'm just kidding. No, but anyways, we're gonna jump on over to the People's Champ. Brent, let us know who the champion is this week.
Yes. This week we do have a champion.
Do we though? Do we?
Just 1 second on that. We'll have this champion for you very shortly.
So, yeah, Jamal, frustrating game.
Conspiracies.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah,
conspiracies.
So-
Okay, the champion
Damn
is
it.
Aaron Jones. It's no conspiracy. He's always the champion.
That's
'cause
not a
he is the best.
conspiracy. Yeah,
No, not always, but he's
for the most part.
You know, a lot of times he's the champ.
I
you
think
know?
it's a conspiracy.
We're going to have to not count some of his questions because, you know, there's just too...
Because it's too badass.
It's too
like
difficult.
the Olympics.
Yeah.
All right. Aaron says, take your 2 favorite video games and have the main characters do a wife swap-esque type deal. How well do they fare in each other's video games?
Are we setting up a porn here?
No,
Or
wife
what?
swap. Like
I don't think they're actually swapping video game wives.
you switch.
I think they're
worlds.
switching
Yeah.
worlds.
No,
yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Like a Freaky Friday.
Like a. But they're not in each other's bodies.
Yeah, but, you know, the game is almost like an extension of their...
We're
Anyways,
just really bad at analogies here, okay,
it
guys?
doesn't matter.
Yeah,
we're taking one
off
character,
the
we're putting
mark.
it in one game.
Okay, all right. What's my 2? But I don't have 2 favorite
Yeah,
games.
I like games.
I like a lot of games. Okay, you take
Kirby and God of War. No,
that would be awesome actually. Like Meta Knight in a God of War game would
or
be
just
cool.
Kirby and a God of War.
Fucking Kratos just like stomping through Dreamland, fucking ripping trees in half and shit. Like,
I think Soap would do well in Hyrule.
Link in Afghanistan.
Soap.
Soap is from Call of Duty.
Oh, okay.
And then
These
Link-
characters have names.
Yeah.
I don't
Well,
know.
this is pre-Warzone.
What's that? No, I'm just kidding. No, but Link in Afghanistan would be ridiculous because he'd probably get extra kills. Yeah, he'd get a 50 cal gun. Yeah, he wouldn't last
They
too
hand
long
him
in
like
that
a
tunic.
gun and it's like doo 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 doo.
Goes to break a vase and it's an IED. Like,
Yeah, that would be bad news, dude.
Oh,
I like that one. That's a good one.
Okay,
Uh,
2 games that I like a lot. let's see. I'm thinking like Star Wars, Knights of the Old Republic.
Okay. All right. So we got Bastila.
But is there-
Bastila. We'll just take Bastila from there.
Yeah.
And,
Or Darth Revan. It could be either.
Yeah, or Revan, I guess. But that's kind of a, you know. That's
We won't say who it is.
We'll just say Bastila.
Yeah,
huh?
Bastila. Yeah.
And, I don't know. What's another game I like?
I got mine.
I can't say Mass Effect because it's almost the same
It is
game.
literally the same.
It's like
game.
they'd fit right in, you know.
Is this something that we'd like to see, or we think they'd do fine
no,
in
no,
each other's world?
just how would they
Just
fare?
pick 2 games you like and just
just mix
doesn't
them
even
up.
matter. Just
Mario from Mario 64 and Dead Space.
oh,
That'd be a good
I
one.
like that. Yeah, Dead Space guy would do great in Mario
That's just
World.
that's just called Luigi's Mansion.
Okay, all right. I'm gonna put
that's
Luigi and Halo. I'm gonna mix Master Chief and Luigi's Mansion, and fucking Luigi's going to fucking Halo.
There's a grunt
All
by
those
the
poor,
vacuum,
like-
and he's just like smacking it.
Those poor, like, cute, like, cartoon ghosts just getting murdered by Master Chief.
He's like sticking fucking plasma grenades to him.
Jamal, what would yours be?
I guess, I don't know. You guys got all the good ones. Let me think. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave it at that. You guys got all the good ones. I don't want to.
You can't just leave it at that.
It's gonna
Just
be
pick
a
2
bad
random
one.
games. It doesn't even matter
Okay.
how good or bad.
Okay, let me think. Okay,
Don't even think about it.
All
Just 2 games out of nowhere. Just out
check,
of your
check
ass.
it out. Check it out. Out of my ass. Flappy Bird. We're gonna take the bird from Flappy Bird.
Okay. What's
Out.
the second game?
It's going in Max Payne.
Oh shit.
We're gonna put Max Payne and Flappy Bird. He's just gotta like jump over the pipes like in slow-mo.
slow-mo?
Yeah, dude. It could work. It could work.
Pipes.
The
They all look the same.
Flappy Bird's constantly got that grin. You know, he's just got like 2 little machine guns, like little Uzis.
Pipes are like dreams
Yeah.
going by one at a time.
What's the next question we
All
got?
right, yeah, we got that's it for people's
Flappy
champ.
Bird's just like eating a bunch of fucking pills.
his baby's dead, like just floats to the top of the fucking like.
It shows him like come home and like hang his keys up, and you just hear like shit upstairs, like when it's like blood everywhere, and Flappy Bird standing in the doorway, like.
I don't know why I just picture Klaus from American Dad, like in this whole situation.
What?
Instead of the Flappy Bird.
Yeah, I don't know why it reminds me of like a fish. But anyways, Brent, what are the listener questions? Or
All
do we
right,
have any?
we got one listener question in here. He says, "Have any of you seen Barry? It's a show on HBO Max that's pretty dope. Has a dark comedy feel to it."
Who asked
Oh,
this?
sorry, this is Brian Muktazume.
Okay, Barry? No? Anybody?
No, I haven't even heard.
I haven't
this.
heard of it, but
No.
Aaron Jones commented on it, and he said, "It's so good. Been waiting for a new season since I binge watched it. So it must be a pretty good show."
Yeah, if the People's Champ likes it.
Yeah.
Barry is okay. Here's the synopsis: disillusioned at the thought of taking down another mark, depressed, low-level hitman Barry Berkman seeks a way out. When the Midwesterner reluctantly travels to L.A. to execute a hit on an actor who is betting a mobster's wife, little does Barry know that the City of Angels may be his sanctuary. So this is
About a failed
Bill
hitman?
Hader. Yeah, Bill Hader is Barry, the
Oh,
hitman.
yeah, I'll have to check that out.
Yeah,
That
looks
sounds good.
It's got 2 seasons. Barry is awesome. Bill Hader is an assassin.
Yeah.
Is from the chat here.
The chant.
Yeah.
Okay, well, thanks for the listener questions, everybody.
Yeah. Now we got to round out the show with the most important. Just like this is the most
Segment.
important segment.
It's
of our show.
trivia! I don't have anything fancy. It's video game
Wow.
trivia here today. We're doing video game trivia again, so prepare.
That's the best part, though. I like the
Your,
video game trivia.
Yeah. So
I like the regular trivia that I knew more of.
Hey,
Beat me to
get
it with
ready.
the snaps.
Okay.
Okay.
Who provides the voice of Pikachu in the movie Detective Pikachu?
What? Wasn't
What?
it Ryan Reynolds?
Yeah, okay. All right.
What
I'm
kind
just,
of question?
hey, I'm just warming you guys up. Okay? I'm warming you guys up.
I
All
thought
right?
it was gonna be a trick. I'm like, wait a minute. I know it's Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah. Well,
All right.
hey.
Well, they made a pretty big deal about that.
Yeah,
so-
Okay. I'm warming you guys up.
Okay.
All right. Now we got another one.
Okay.
All right. Ed Boon and John Tobias are the original designers of which renowned video
Mortal
game?
Kombat.
Oh, he's good.
What he said.
Yeah.
He's good.
Yeah,
He's good today. Okay. Jamel knows his shit about video games. Okay. For those of you that don't know, that's where the name or the character Noob Saibot got his name, because Boone and Tobias backwards is Noob Saibot.
Huh.
So there you go.
Yeah.
Learn something new every day.
Was
All
that
right.
it? That
yeah,
was
that's it.
That
That's
was
all
the
we
trivia.
got.
Wow. Devin, good job on the first one. And, I'll
And
just...
me,
Oh, yeah.
good
And
job on all
For
of
Yeah.
good job on both of them. It's almost like someone hasn't been, preparing for this trivia anymore. It's remember when Devin used to be good, dude? Just kidding.
gatekeeping.
Oh,
the
I thought we were
GameSpeak
talking about the trivia questions, not the trivia answerers.
Dude. But remember,
Dang.
you've been listening to GameSpeak Podcast, courtesy of GameSpeakPodcast.com. Thank you so much for everybody who's chilling in the chat, whether you're on YouTube, Facebook, or Twitch. We got a little bit of all of you in here today. And
Good little mix. Good
yeah,
little mix.
it's been fun. We appreciate it. The show posts for free every Wednesday on all podcast platforms if you want the audio version, but you can watch it live before anyone else on twitch.tv/GameSpeak Podcast every Monday evening at 7:50 p.m. CST. Be sure to submit any questions you want us to read on the show to the GameSpeak Podcast Facebook group at facebook.com/group/GameSpeak Podcast. Check out our video content on youtube.com/createforsanity. And also go to the Discord. Join us in the Discord. All of you in the chat right now. Go to dsc.gg/GameSpeak Podcast. And we're just posting video game memes. We'll play games together in there. We can do whatever.
Be there or be square.
Yeah,
Like,
don't be
come on,
square.
Come on.
And if you want to stay up to date with your boys, you can find me on Twitter at the handle I'll draw for Jamel, and Brent at Brent has one. That's the number 1. And Devin at Devondrius. And check out the GameSpeak Podcast.